back to the live stream. I want to thank everybody for supporting. I want to thank you for listening. If you're able to, please contribute to the channel. Your donations are needed more now than ever. Buy the book for $1 or whatever you decide to purchase it for by donating to Truth Seekers, TRUTHSEEKRS. If you support the works and teachings here. Without any further ado, let's get into the video on the stream today. Double tap the screen on your way in. Let's get to it. The Great White Flight, Black Fatigue.
You're not English. You have to be white to be English.
That beat is hard, boy. Damn. They're starting to rise up, ladies and gentlemen.
Unless we begin to recover as a people and as a nationality and as an ethnicity, a sense of who we are.
Welcome back to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. As you get into the building, make sure you like and subscribe. We have a lot of videos getting ready to drop, podcasts, interviews, all kinds of different things. We need y'all support. If you're able to, check the description channel links for how you can support this channel. My name is THT. Welcome back to the Honest Truth Truth Seekers. We begin discussing the Black Fatigue series where we go live, and eventually we want to have y'all call in. I need y'all support once again to do this. But before we get there, we're going to start just having discussions with your comments and my rhetoric. This discussion is going to be about the Great White Flight. And what is white flight? Well, we began discussing it a little bit in the last live stream. White flight is when white people are living in an area or a community or in a certain particular region, and black people or other minorities come into that region to try to occupy space, land, resources, or whatever economic value they can consume or contribute, in minimal cases in our case. And then as a result, white people start to see their community values diminish, their property home values diminish, and their quality of life diminish. And as a result, they take flight, quite literally and figuratively, metaphorically, if you will, by leaving the areas for various different transit methods, whatever you can imagine in the 21st century. This is not an unusual concept, and this has happened a lot in the past, and this is why segregation was even a concept or even a possibility and a reality for the Jim Crow era and things of that nature. And we began to discuss again in the book why desegregation hurt us so much as black people, more than we realize, because we can't seem to get our stuff together. But let's go ahead and dive into the series, shall we? White flight.
This generation coming up, you guys, the jig is up. The whole thing that they use to lull my generation and older to sleep, this racial guilt stuff, like you owe somebody something for being white, that's over and done with. Nobody serious believes that anymore, and anybody that tells you anything like that is trying to get money out of you. They're trying to get their hand up your ass. The idea that the founders of this country, the people who built this country, built it because they wanted some Arab guy to have a vinyl rap shop, fuck all that.
These are soldiers. Whoa. Engineer and doctor. Hello.
Hello.
Where are you from? You speak English?
What is this?
This is a camera, my friend.
Camera.
Have you ever seen one?
Now, did you notice that Kurt called him a doctor? A very common insult that you'll start to see rising online is when they're black people, especially black males, are being referred to as engineers and doctors and things of that nature. Because you always see in the news stories when the black kids get shot that the mothers are like, oh my God, he was going to school, he was going to be an architect, he was going to be an astronaut, he was going to be a doctor, he was going to be this. And so it became a meme that there was so much exposure by black mothers to news coverage outlets for these types of rhetoric.
We're filming the streets.
Streets.
Yes. Bottom.
Also, hey guys, become channel members. We got exclusive content on the channel. To become a channel member, $3.99 or $2.99, I believe, is the
Lovely,
minimum
engineer. You think he was an engineer or a doctor?
entry fee to become a Truth Seeker member. Thank you to all the channel members we have on the channel.
You know, these are soldiers.
So he threw a bottle at him just now.
Crazy bitch. Jesus Christ.
And this is Germany, by the way. This is Germany, right? This is where AH, the hit, came from, right? But now it's being occupied by and taken over by, it looks like immigrants in a lot of different parts where they run the streets. There's
really
no
sad
law
because
officers.
These people have, you know, they would have been normal functioning people.
These people. Who are these people, Kurt?
Ich habe das Recht, auf der Straße zu filmen. Ich habe das Recht, auf der Straße zu filmen. Ich film dich nicht.
Only watch national news, you would have likely never ever heard about this violent.
And again, the UK, what's going on in the UK right now is a mass immigration. We're gonna watch some videos a little bit later in the stream that show Ireland starting to protest and what they call stopping the boats. And they literally built this bonfire, this massive bonfire with what looks to be black caricatures of humans, black humans, male, puppets essentially in a boat, and they light this entire thing on fire in like a ritualistic ceremony type of deal in England. It was a really big deal, in Ireland rather, really big deal, but we'll get to that in a second.
Attack on at least 2 people in
now, this is a
downtown
news coverage
Cincinnati
story
over the weekend.
of, I don't
And
think, a
warning,
mainstream
I can't
outlet,
play the video for
Outkick.com,
you
but I
because
wanted to
it's
bring
too
it to you
graphic,
because,
and
again, the
these
news
images are also
coverages
highly
and the news
disturbing,
outlets are
but I
starting to
feel you
speak
have a
out
right
against
to
black
know,
people.
And national news ain't touching it. And I wonder why. Could it be because the violent mob attacked a white couple and that just doesn't fit the right victim narrative for national news outlets? Now, when I saw the footage pop up on my X feed, I naturally wanted to do a little more digging because you do have to be careful about believing everything you see on social media. So I looked it up in Cincinnati local news, and I found it. Well, sort of. Take a look at the headline. Video shows large brawl in downtown Cincinnati. No mention of the fact that the victims in the nothing short of cruel brawl were a white couple being violently beaten almost to death by what looks to be a group of black people.
So, again, we've gotten to the point now where black people who are watching this live stream and other races as well, we've reintegrated ourselves into the crosshairs as white people enemy number one. And I'll be quite frank and honest with you, right? Mexican people and the Mexican community were in the crosshairs at first. And I want to thank everybody that's super chatting. Guys, I still don't think I can actually even see the comments or anything right now, so I'm going to try and check here in a second. If you're super chatting, then I apologize, but I just want to thank you for super chatting and know that your message is extremely important. Whatever your message is and whatever super chat amount that you're giving, I appreciate y'all. Again, if you could donate on Cash App, it is very much needed right now. Channel description has the links to do that. $ Truth Seekers, TruthSeekers. Buy the book, The Black White Supremacist, for $1. Also become a channel member for $2.99 for access to exclusive content, behind the scenes footage, to my personal life, personal thoughts that I can't monetize and put out for the general YouTube public. I want to say that we've gotten to the point now where we've reintegrated ourselves back into crosshair enemy number one, public enemy, if you will. There was even a rap group in the 80s designated just to be the enemy of the general public. That's what black people essentially built their foundation off of, which is why in today's modern prevalent culture of rap music, Carnival Cruise decided to ban it, because it essentially is making reference to making yourself the general public unwanted, right? The general public unneeded, the general public leech, the general public undesirable, right? Because you are the public enemy. So even our ancestors gave us this persona, and from the very beginning, that you are the public enemy. The masses were taking in this media, and as a result, what they start doing, well, we started becoming public enemy number one for being 14% of the population. What is black males? About half of that, 6 to 7%, I believe 6, closer to actually 5.9, 5.8% of the population, making up nearly 50% of the violent crimes in America, right? We literally became the public enemy. And so as a result now, fast forward 50 years into the future, we start to see, or 40 years in this case into the future, since those types of records and anthems were dropped in Compton, niggas with an attitude, you know what I'm saying? We branded ourselves as the people that you do not want to mess with and you don't want to have a problem with. And now everything's a problem. We have an entire political sector of 50% of the country, which takes an insult to just about everything if you don't accept their way of life and tradition. And now the other side, the conservative side, which isn't all white people, but the overwhelmingly large majority is white people, are starting to fight back and say, well, you know what? If you're not going to accept our systems, then we're not going to accept your systems. You don't want to report accurately what happens in the news about your people unless it's something that hurts our people. And we're not going to stand for that anymore. You people have to remember, who are these people, Kurt? These people could have been... It's a racial reference. These people, those people, I can't stand those people. Who are the people you talking about? I see fight videos all over X when white people just call us those people. I mean, they might as well just call us the N-word. They might as well just say nigga. But at this point, we've gotten again to the point to where everybody around the world is starting to become fatigued. Everyone around the world is starting, and I even brought videos from Africa of South Africans calling other Africans coffers. Coffers is the equivalent in Afrikaans, whatever languages they speak in Africa. I'm so sorry, Africans, for the N-word, for hard E-R-N-I-G-G-A. That is what coffer means. So we have videos of that. We'll get to playing that. Let's make sure you're double tapping the screen as you walk into the video. Black people are even tired of black people.
I read on in the article, and wouldn't you know it, it seems race was entirely omitted there too. Here's a poll quote for you. In a nearly 2.5-minute video shared on Facebook, dozens of people are seen in a fight in the street. At one point, a man is chased into the street before he is kicked and stomped on by several others. That man is then eventually helped up by others before he collapses again in the street. When he's helped up a second time, the man has a bloody nose and visible scrapes on his face. After the man leaves the frame of the video, another woman punches a second woman in the back of the head. After the woman who is punched backs away, a man punches her straight in the face, causing her to collapse to the ground. It appears the woman was knocked unconscious and blood begins to pour from her mouth. A group of people then helps the woman as she wakes back up before the video ends. Isn't that something? No mention there of the respective races involved, just a man and a woman and people. Weird. Open question for you all. How do you think this article would have been written and then covered if a mob of white people beat a black couple nearly to death on the street in a viral video?
And this is what we need to start talking about and realizing, right? Is that if what we're starting to see, the prevalent violent, because this is where we've gotten, because black people have branded themselves as violent, when the violent outbursts and things like that happen in white communities, or when the fights happen at Chick-fil-A or Popeyes or McDonald's, which literally we have videos of fights from all those, I mean, those videos pop up more than anything. I have a fight for McDonald's later on in the stream if you just stick around. Whenever we start to see those videos and they become so normalized in the black community, they've almost got to the point now to where white people are just like, oh my God, here they go again. Let the monkeys out of the zoo. We've let the monkeys out of the zoo. Where's the zookeepers? Come arrest the monkeys, right? And so this is where the fatigue again comes in, because it's for them, they don't want it to feel like it's normal, but they're starting to feel like this is the norm. And since they're starting to feel like, okay, we know what to expect of y'all, just like the lady said, well, if you know you're getting a Carnival cruise, you know what to expect. You know there's going to be black people on there because it's the cheapest cruise, and that's what we want to party on. You know it's the party boat, and you know we like to be loud and have fun and party, which black people like to, right? It's white people are saying, okay, well, if we know that the black people are going to be more violent in our establishments, if we know that they're going to be, if we know, then why? Let's go ahead and just start acting on it now. We've seen it. Y'all have explained it. You don't care? F it. We don't care anymore.
I can tell you this. I think it would have made national news, and perhaps a BLM riot would have resulted. Listen up. There's been an ongoing normalization of white hate in this country, and the media turns a blind eye to it. I'm not saying it's just white people being attacked, but I'm telling you the media at large doesn't seem to give one damn when they are. The other way around, well, that's billed as a national racist and systemic epidemic to be confronted, fundraised for, and plastered wall to wall. Apparently, the obsession with woke that really hit its fever pitch in 2020.
And just to end this, we'll go ahead and go to the next clip here. And this next clip, we'll go back to this lady here. She kind of talks about the same thing. This next clip is a pizza delivery driver. He's delivering a pizza and then encounters a black neighbor, a woman that lives right across the way, which I don't even understand what the issue is. But again, yes, white people are starting to realize, like, why is there so much white hate? Why are white people on the television? Why is the white person on the screen that looks just like me? Why is the white person that I know, or at least the person that looks kind of white, I'm not going to get into that right now, that owns the television and the network and the news stations purporting me to be the white man to be the bad person? How are my own people starting to turn against me? So white people are sitting watching TV with their children at night, and they're saying, oh, you know, BLM has, especially if they're in a blue state, they're like, oh, you know, white people have, you know, done this, and Black Lives Matter is going to have a rally tonight at this location, and this and this and this. And white people are sitting there like, oh, okay, you know, kind of awkward silence type of deal. Well, that's nice. That's good. Honey, you think we're going to go there? Or maybe not. Make sure we like the stream, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the building. Make sure we like the stream. Double tap the screen. Pizza man delivering a pizza right now, and unfortunately encounters a unruly black person, brown person. Look how she opened the door. What is this? She opened the door like she was a She-Hulk or something and just stood there.
You're right. Oh. No, I was here to say that. What's up? Is she good? You can go good?
Sorry, the audio's kind of choppy, y'all. Sorry about that. So we have an issue. We have desegregation in play right now. Desegregation in play right now. Peaceful white man, and it looks to be a peaceful black woman who might just be off a pill or something. I don't know what she's got going on right now. She's opening and closing the door about 10 times, and she pulled the phone out. Now she's taking a picture of the pizza delivery man. If you're listening on audio, I'll break it down play by play.
You don't like me to take pictures of me?
Oh, why would you?
Because I want to. You stand in front of my door, so.
Stand in front of his door.
Oh, so not. Why are you looking at me?
I'm waiting, man.
And she knocks the pizza out of his hand.
He's coming.
Oh, so then why are you looking at me?
Oh, well, come on, man.
He almost took a swing at her. So she went, put her back inside and looked like she's ready to fight. So now she wants to fight a man. Because I think she guess she's tough. I don't know if she's ever fought a man before. But we slapped the pizza. She assaulted the pizza delivery driver for delivering a pizza to her neighbor across the way.
Step inside. Step inside, bro. Okay, she's not a pizza down. Step inside. Step inside. Deliver the pizza. Step inside. What you want to do?
Deliver that pizza.
So you go to the pizza. Stand here and wait. I'll stand here with you till the door opens. So let's wait for the pizza.
Now let's pause this for 1 second, okay? If you're the pizza guy right here, and again, you didn't have any issue with black people, well, how do you think you're going to feel about black people now at this particular moment in time? And second, who the hell is this woman and who does she think she is? But see, this demeaning, like, black violent mentality, it happens almost at random. You never know when you could run into a black person that, like, you just are about to get into it with for whatever small, subservient, insignificant reason or another, right? And this is where the saying "around blacks never relax" comes in. I know it's super racist and it's super this and it's super that, but with every stereotype, we've come to find that there's a little bit of truth to it. And that's what makes it a stereotype to begin with. That's what makes it a joke, a racist joke, somewhat funny, is there's sometimes some truth to it. As bad as it might sound, as horrible as it might be to laugh at it. Yeah, all races have laughed at a racist joke before, including a joke of their own race. Some people are staunch, oh, we're not going to go for this Malcolm X type of people, but most black people aren't. They're not in that mindset. If they were, they'd be operating a lot more in solidarity. But again, I guarantee you walking away from this situation that this black dude, or this white guy, if he does see a group of black people in his next pizza delivery, is probably going to think twice about crossing the street, is probably going to think twice about carrying a knife, is probably going to think twice about carrying some pepper spray or maybe a Second Amendment because of this incident, because of one black person. Now every single black issue is starting to be brought to light. Again, the fatigue is only caused by us. Black people don't understand that you're your own worst enemy. All the future issues that you're getting ready to face amongst white people truly not wanting you around them is brought upon by yourself. And your inability to even recognize and see that, you'll still put it on white people. When I show you videos, when you see videos like this pop up all around the whatever, you'll attribute, okay, well, hey, racism happened, slavery happened, so what? Well, we've only been free for 80 years. So what? They have another 320 years. Okay, no, it's not them that have another 320 years. You know, okay. We'll go ahead and let's get to the next video here, chop it up to the next video. These next videos are just showing white civilization. And I thought it was important to show white civilization because a lot of the time there's always a question, and this comes up later in the stream, that white people don't have culture, or white people were uncivilized, or, you know, they were bathing and this and that and whatever it might be. But just wanted to bring some historical, cultural relevance to you. This is around the 1920s and 1930s UK, and beautiful time period. A lot of time that, I mean, look at this. Look how peaceful it is. Look how wonderful it is. Look at all the flowers and just all the grass and all the non-robbing, you know, all the organization. Engineering was marvelous during this time. I just want to bring it to you because just know that during this period in time, Africa was having no industrialized revolutions. Africa wasn't doing anything to manufacture anything. There were no power plants. There was no geo production. There was nothing going on in Africa. So I just wanted to let y'all know. Okay. I know we were kings, but
Relatives of 17-year-old Trayvon Johnson are angry. The teenager was shot and killed last night by a homeowner who police say was protecting her property.
He was not supposed to die like this. He had a future ahead of him. Trayvon had goals.
Now, see, this is where we get the engineer thing and everything, right? He had a future ahead of him. He was a doctor. He was an astronaut, which is exactly why Kurt referenced in the beginning of this video the black African, Northern African sub-Saharan immigrant as a doctor. He's like, oh, look at all these doctors. They're homeless people, right? It's because every time you interview black families and particularly black women after a black man has been killed, he's always on his way to NASA.
He was a very funny guy. He was very big on education. He loved going to school.
I swear, does this look like a nigga that loved going to school? Like, let's be honest with ourselves, black people. If you see this nigga in the streets, is this a nigga that looks like he loves going to school? Like, the black nerd does have a definition, and we got some videos in the stream a little bit of a black nerd that experienced a wonderful time in Miami, and then he made a video recognizing that he was the only black person in the whole hotel he was staying at. He said, y'all, you know what I just realized? I'm the only black person I think in the city right now, or this part of Miami. He said, I didn't see one single black person. He said, I'm having the time of my life. I've never experienced such peace. He said, people have been flying in from all around the country, but I was just in the conference room and I realized I was the only black person here. He said, I've been wondering why I've been having the time of my life. We're going to get to that video in a second. Does this look like a future doctor? I'm just being honest, right? This looks like more of somebody that's influenced by the culture. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But you'd be hard pressed to walk into a dentist office, which there actually is one dentist in Dallas, a dental office in Dallas where the guy dresses up with bling and everything, and he's a black guy. But you'd be hard pressed to walk into any type of medical facility, educational type of facility, structure, or whatever it might be, and see people of acumen looking for the most part like this. Because there isn't necessarily this look that's proficient or seen that much in high education environments, right? This is more of a street look, as we call it. And again, we're not saying that he can't be a doctor in the future. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the likeliness is very low.
Love learning.
Last night, Miami-Dade police say the D.A. Dorsey Technical College student burglarized a home south of 79th Street near I-95.
D.A. Dorsey Technical College. I mean, I'm not sure what exactly that is. It sounds like it was somewhat of a junior college. I mean, personally, I know that I went to a junior college to go get a check, and I didn't even attend the second day of classes. So, you know what I mean? These news stories could be, again, written to where, like the white newscaster was saying earlier, the Sydney Sweeney lookalike, saying, well, they write these news articles to make these people seem like they were just wonderful assets of society, and that these horrible white police officers just came and removed them from existence for no reason. And white people are tired of hearing that narrative when they see on Twitter or Facebook or wherever else, anywhere else other than sometimes the channel, you know, that these fights, these issues they experience in real life, arguments with black people primarily and specifically alone.
Just blocks away from where he lives. Detectives say the 54-year-old homeowner was alerted of the break-in by her security system, with officers already on their...
So she was a 54-year-old homeowner alone, and the security system alerted that she had a break-in by a 17-year-old black kid. She shot him. I don't know why I want to go to war with black people or with white people. White people are going to obliterate us. But anyways, she shot him, killed him, and now the family's upset after he broke into her home. Are you kidding me? This is so let me get this straight. Do black people want it to be normal to be able to break into somebody's home and you just let them potentially kill you? See, I don't understand this. But again, if you interview most black families after these types of tragedies happen, they're going to be upset. And oh my God, Jamal was such a good kid. Don Quavius was such a good kid. Lee Quinarius was such a good boy. He broke into somebody's home. Are you serious right now? Half of these niggas that break into homes don't just have guns, but they have switches on the back of them. And they fire extremely quick bullets in succession. They're extremely dangerous, extremely hard to control, and niggas love shooting them. I see videos all the time. Niggas will tell you they love guns with switches. Black people, black men themselves will tell you that they love having guns, they love having switches, and they have no problem using them in a lot of situations. Admittedly, self-admittedly, right? So when a 54-year-old white woman, and it's important to denote that she is a white woman, because we know that if she's a 54-year-old white woman, like she probably literally isn't on a single type of hood booger activity known to mankind existence, right? She's as far away from the gangster rap style. We're talking about a lady that wants to take part in crocheting activities in public, bingo, live bingo every Tuesday and Thursdays, that actually goes to the public library and sits there for more than 30 minutes a week and rents out public books, that actually goes to the student council meeting, is actually on the student council board, and has been for the past 15 years type of woman, right? We're talking about an active, well-to-do member of society that has not had a speeding ticket in the last 25 years type of person. You're upset that she shot. What else is she supposed to do? If he decided to take a swing on her, and he hits her one time, he could possibly kill her. If she hits her head on the ground, she's done. Now, we've watched stories in the last live stream where the kid was riding a bike, 17-year-old black kid, another 17-year-old black kid. I don't know what's up. These kids don't have any fathers. 70% of black children don't have a father in the house because a lot of black women don't think that they even need to have a father in the house. They're already getting government assistance. They're already getting a good paycheck from a high-paying job because they're educators now, and they have all these. They don't need a man anymore. They're INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? And so when the children start to act out, now you want the father to come back into the picture. You want the dad to come take the boys off your hands because you can't control the boys. He's getting too unruly. Well, it's too late. They're hitting the streets at this point. They're jumping off the porches, they call it, and they're starting to do vandalism, burglaries, robberies. They have a record before a lot of them even become 18, felony records a lot of the time, but it doesn't stop some of them carrying guns. I interview them. I've recorded them in studios. I talk to them myself. You know, it doesn't mean that they're just inherently terrible people, but I'd say that there's just very questionable activities that happen with a lot of young black men who have records before the age of 18, 21, and things of that nature. That's just the way of the law. Now, this kid was riding through the streets, 17-year-old black kid, smacked a white lady on the back of the head. She fell out, knocked out, concussed. He woke up to firefighters. He woke up to the ambulance, right? He woke up at the ambulance and he lost permanent use of his left hand. The firefighters that were witnessed the scene, 4 firefighters ran, tracked him down, hawked him down on the bike, and they beat this kid very badly. He had to be taken to the rushed to the ambulance, and he was in worse case than the lady was, right? And the family once again is trying to sue the police, the firefighters union, for $800,000. For what? Black people you almost make it worse after the entire incident happens. Instead of saying, oh, we're sorry, I can't believe my son would do something so horrific. I can't believe Don Quavius would do something so horrid. But no, you double down and try to file a lawsuit?
She rushed home to check things out, and police say she was armed.
She observed a subject exiting the home through the rear.
According to detectives, there was a confrontation and one shot was fired. Johnson was pronounced dead at the hospital.
Hey, what's wrong with her? She did not have to shoot him. There's no reason that she should have waited until after he walked out the yard to try to shoot him. If she called the police already, then why would she shoot him?
Relatives say they don't believe Johnson stole anything from the home, but detectives would not confirm that.
You have to understand, you have to look at it from every child's point of view that was raised in the hood.
Oh my God, I cannot believe, how is he going to get his money
to have clothes to go to school?
So why did you not have him? Why would you not give him money for his school clothes then? Why is it that he had to get to the point to where he's breaking into Betty Johnson's house at 54 years of age and she's coming home and shooting him as he's trying to escape out of the yard? You see, black people still don't even understand how they're their own biggest enemies. If you're so concerned, and I guarantee you right now, there's still not a back to school drive program after this young man's been shot in that neighborhood. I guarantee you not one Negroid started an after school, give to school, back to school haircut, back to school clothes drives in the honor of this young man. I'm willing to bet my soul on it. You know why? Because niggas are niggas. If you want to buy my book, The Black White Supremacist, and you want to understand why black people were slaves for 500 years, please send a donation on Cash App and your email in the notes section. I will give you the book as a digital download in PDF format. You can have an audio reader read it to you. If you'd like the audio version, it's a $5 donation. It's actually still not ready yet, but we haven't had any purchases on the audio version. Guys, I need your support. I need y'all's help. Black, white, Indian. I need everybody to get this message out, because if we can start to create a better black people, we can start to have a better world. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we can start to get black people on a better wave of business operations, white people, your lives is gonna get better. Asian people, your lives is gonna get better, especially Asian people who own hair salons and nail salons and things like that, and hair boutiques and stuff like that. Indian people, your life's gonna get better, because you're gonna have to deal with a lot less ignorant of us. Now, we got 2 generations until I believe that we can start to see a change, because we got a lot of issues. But if you want to be at the forefront and help black people and black leaders truly who are starting to form the initiative, who understand what's going on inside of this country and inside of this world, if you want to support the the very best and the very brightest of us, then you can do that through Cash App as well as super chatting. Thank you to all the super chatters. We have exclusive content behind the paywall. If you want to become a channel member for $2.99 and above, there's certain content that's only at the $24.99 level, and there's certain content that you all have access to. For the most part, 90% of the content is accessible to all members, including the $2.99 Truth Seeker level. You can go to Woke and something else, I believe, the other levels as well. That's how you support this channel here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back to the content. How is he going to get money for clothes in school? Where are the fathers? Of course, there's no fathers in the hood. There are no black fathers in the hood. There's no black fathers for majority of the children inside of the household. That means that if you are an active black father, even if you want to be, even if you have custody of your child, because I see a lot of women in the comments saying, well, what if it's a co-parenting household and he's got 50-50? That means that 50% of the time, including more often than not, 60 to 75% of the time, since when it's your time, technically, you know what I'm saying, you still have to wait for the mother to drop them off. You still have to do this. You still have to do that. At the end of the day, there's a lot of black women who will spite the father and just keep the child away, which is called child parental alienation, which is a non-suable offense. You can't take a woman to court or anything for that. It's simply a civil manner. And then when you finally do go in front of a judge, yada, 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 it's not criminal. Nobody's going to jail or anything most of the time. So you have parental alienation to where even if you're supposed to be getting 50% of the time in your child's life, that's diminished to sometimes 25% of the time or less. How are you supposed to raise an active, well-to-do boy in America, a black kid, if you're only in your child's life 25% of the time? This is why I wrote the book, The Black White Supremacist. Black people don't even understand, black women don't understand that they are encouraging true white supremacy by raising divulged children, by raising ingrates, because they have a jealousy issue of their boyfriend, their baby daddy, their whatever, getting with another woman because they chose the wrong baby daddy, because they have their own issues with the baby daddy for whatever reason or another. If he wants to be in the child's life, he can't do that, unfortunately, not because of white supremacy, but because of black degeneracy. The black white supremacist, ladies and gentlemen.
While the investigation continues into whether the shooting was justified or not, detectives want to remind the public that, if possible, it's best not to take these types of situations into your own hands.
If there's any type of situation that happens, or they believe there's a burglary at their home, or any type of confrontation,
just let them rob you.
Dial 911.
Just call the police. Just call the police and let the niggas rob you, is what they're saying. Just let these niggas rob you. That sounds just like what Canada and Justin Trudeau was saying right after he took every single firearm and Second Amendment from the citizens. Now you can't even own a .22 pistol. There's no more shooting clubs. There's no more anything going on in Canada. And you know what they told you? If the robbers rob your house, leave your keys on your island or on your center console or by the door so the robbers can just take the keys to your car and immediately tell. I kid you not, that's what Justin Trudeau announced on national and international television to the Canadian citizens. To keep your keys by the door, so if you do experience a break-in, you can have them simply leave you without harming you. I shit you not, that's what he told them. And America is getting to that same point, but Americans are saying, bro, we're not about to do that. You're not about to take our guns over our dead bodies. I wish you would try to take our gun. I wish you would try to take our freedom. I wish you would from our cold dead hands. And that's why you see these flags with the reptile and the snake on it. It says, come and take it. Or with a little cigarette thing that says, come and take it. If you ever see that flag on any truck or any American, whatever persona, that means that they're willing to fight and die for their rights. They're never going to lay down. They're never going to stand for it. Right? They're not going to let somebody come into their house and take their stuff. That is not what America was founded on. America was literally founded on fighting. America was founded on violence. So a lot of black people who have a problem with white people and slaves and this isn't that, that's what America was founded on. America didn't claim to be founded on virtues and morals and stuff like that. No, America was founded on conquering and saying, okay, you want to mess with us? Then we're going to get you back 10 times harder. And as a result of that too, we're going to take everything else that you got. We're going to take everybody's. We're going to make the most powerful dollar. That's what made America the best country to live in. That's why you don't want to leave America. So trust me, I understand the slavery thing and the concept of that and everything like that. But you even not wanting to leave America is a slap to your ancestors' face if you truly hate white people as much as you claim to. Because if you hated them as much as you claim to, you would not be on the bloodstained soil that your ancestors were hung from. But all of you are still here. So I don't want to hear about the Black Lives Matter and all that other bullshit. Support my channel, donate $1 or more on Cash App. I need your support so I can put gasoline in my car so I can keep making these live streams for y'all.
Go out.
Many of us feel as though Australian culture is being somewhat diluted.
We're going to Australia this time. We're going around the world, ladies and gentlemen. I can't read your comments. I apologize.
Multiculturalism when it so clearly hinders us from a unified national identity and culture.
British clips before multiculturalism and desegregation was into a part. All you see is white peacefulness, feeding the ducks, standing in front of Canterbury Castle, the mailman's riding on his bike through the white hoods, aka suburban areas, movies and sunsets in a dream world and fantasy. Why do we continue to support multiculturalism? The Australian girl says. And again, I ask you, how do you truly argue against it? When you watch the video clips and things of that nature, as I'm trying to get back to it, I can't get back to it. As you watch those video clips and you start to see, like, who wouldn't want to live like that in complete peace? Who wouldn't want to live in a society where you can keep your front doors open? Do you know that white people in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they ended after crack was kind of introduced by white people, admittedly. Do you know that they were able to keep their doors open, unlocked, and it was normal? I remember watching a horror movie, and I think it was Annabelle Comes Home. Where it was based in the 70s or the late 60s. And at one point, what happened was the neighbor next door had been, removed permanently from existence. They had been killed. And at one scene in the movie, they get back home from church and the wife locks the door behind him. And the husband looks at her and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I'm locking the door." And he was like, "Why?" And she was like, "Because of what happened to Jim." And he was like, "Yeah." Oh, he was like, "Oh, okay. I guess times are changing." I kid you not. That's what it's in the Conjuring series, the Annabelle Comes Home. Check it out. And so he was like, "Oh my God, I guess we do have to lock the doors." White people used to live with the doors completely open. Still, a lot of areas, the garage doors are completely open. In the neighborhood my parents live in, my parents keep their garage doors wide open. And I remember asking him, I was like, "Dad, why do you keep the garage doors wide open?" He was like, "Why not?" I looked across, and I remember driving into the neighborhood so many times, and all the neighbors have the garage doors open 24/7. Four-wheelers, ATVs in the garage, freaking hoverboards all kinds of stuff in the garage. Nothing's ever taken. The garages are never closed. When they party, the neighbors all go to each other's house and party. Every single time there's a festivity, all the neighbors congregate on one block. When we graduated from high school in Flanagan Hill, our neighbors had a block party for the entire neighborhood. All the kids who are graduating from every single grade, and every single street built of nothing but white people. It was just us and the Blantons across the street. We were the only black people in that entire neighborhood. The only black people in the neighborhood. They had parties on every single block. Do you know how much fun that was? You think there's graduation parties going on in the hood? Nah. Why would we want? You don't get that when you start blending in all the black people and the white people, because black people don't want to have parties with white people. We have to give white people a special invitation to the cookout. Oh, you're invited to the cookout. We like this white person. This white person is invited to our cookout. Nigga, this white person could buy everybody's house in the cookout. What are you talking about? They're invited. You should be trying to invite all the white people to the cookout.
Really hinders us from a unified national identity and culture.
Let me say this as well. A unified national identity and culture. America has branded itself and they made itself off the concept of being a melting pot. But you see, the problem now is that the pot is very, 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 very melted. And it's been burning and charcoaling and simmering for way too long. Nobody took the melting pot off to let it cool down or to actually serve the dish to the guests that were ready to enjoy the contents. They've just kept the melting pot on the furnace for decade after decade after decade, and now we're here, where a KSU student slaps a worker and then drops the M-bomb. White people are getting tired. Now he dropped the N-I-G-G-A. He didn't drop the hard ER, right? So he gets points and credits there. Ding, 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 ding. Points and credits there for keeping it cool. He's obviously about the culture, and I'm sure I honestly don't even think he's racist in this instance. But again, there comes a point when you walk into a fast food restaurant and you see that it's primarily black operated, and your head and your soul just drops a little bit. There comes a point when you walk into a black establishment and you realize that it's black operated, and you're like, damn. well, I'm already here and I don't want to just walk out and look racist, so let me just go ahead and order my food. And then there comes a point after waiting a certain amount of time, and you know, if you got a normal establishment, then your food comes out in a timely manner. But if it didn't, you walk over to the counter and you ask about your order, and you're greeted by somebody that doesn't really seem to care too much about your food, about what you're getting ready to consume. And then you start to realize at a certain point that, well, if they don't care too much about what I'm saying right now, do they care so much about how they're making the food that I'm talking about, the food that I'm getting ready to consume? Because if they don't care about what I'm saying, do they care about what I'm eating? And then it comes a point where you're like, well, if they don't care about what I'm eating, what do exactly they care about? Because they're at their job that they're getting money for. Do they care about their job? If they don't care about their job, do they care about their apartment? Do they care about having a place to live? Because you need a job to have a place to live, right? You need a job you need some kind of hustle to be able to afford a normal lifestyle in America, right? Well, if they don't care about a normal lifestyle in America, then what do they care about? Because I'm an American citizen, I'm a white man, I'm a white woman that loves this country, and I want to live in this country, and I want to have a normal American lifestyle. And if you don't care about that, then how am I supposed to care about you? You see, this is how white people think. And this is why, again, the fatigue, this is the thought behind the fatigue. They don't care about our culture. They don't care about what we care about. Right? They don't care about our laws. They don't care about what we like. Now, you will never have to do this at Chick-fil-A. You will never have to throw your Chick-fil-A sandwich at a Chick-fil-A worker. You will never in your entire black, white, Asian, Indian existence in the future kind of history of man ever see a single Chick-fil-A worker have a Chick-fil-A sandwich thrown at them. Ever. You know why? Because Chick-fil-A operates with a certain level of moral values that is pretty much exclusive only to whiteness. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to be honest. It's pretty much whiteness. And that's what you like. That's why you want to live in the white communities. That's why you want to live in the white neighborhoods, right? And I know as bad as we talk about homeowner environments and stuff like that, and homeowner HOAs and stuff like that, the HOA keeps everything looking a certain way to where when you drive by, it looks nice to look at. And you like driving by those neighborhoods, driving down those streets. Everything's nice and manicured. Your lawn's got to be taken care of. If not, you're going to get a fine. You're not getting a fine in the hood for not mowing your lawn. You're not getting a fine in the hood for keeping trash, for keeping graffiti in your living environments. There's no HOA in black communities. There's nobody saying, hey, we like this look. Hey, we've agreed to this look. If you want to join our community, this is the look that you need to have. There's nobody doing that in the black community. It's come one, come all. You can do whatever you want. Anybody can build a business. Anybody can do whatever, even though we don't own any of the businesses in the hood, even though we don't own any of the economic establishments in the hood. Anybody can do whatever they want. It's free access. And then you're the same ones to complain when you don't own any businesses. You're the same ones to complain when you burn the business down, there's no more businesses that want to build there. You're the same one to complain when the business wants to kick you out of the business for being inside of there. Well, you don't own any businesses, and the people that do look like you already don't want to do business with you to begin with. They don't like doing business. They don't like good customer service, which is why you don't like buying black as a black person. The Black White Supremacist is my book on sale explaining all of this, my childhood traumas, having a basketball thrown at my head, to almost being killed by black people. All of it is inside of the book, and no, Rui, I'm not talking about that. All of it is inside of the book. You can buy this book for $1 or more. Contribute to this channel, support the message here. If you like the message, if you like the content, if you believe in America and you believe in truly solving what the issues and the problems are, then I believe that you would like to support me here. The $ True Seekers on the Cash App, TRUTHSEEKRS. Your donations are appreciated and needed more than ever, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue on the video. The Great White Flight. Hey, white people tired of this. I'm getting so tired of this. I was about to go in. All right, we're at a nail salon. Hey, well, we were just saying the nail salon that all the black people go to is owned by who? Asians. Is there a single black-owned nail salon? And I'm being facetious here. But do y'all own any nail salons? How much is it to build a goddamn salon? It can't be that much fucking money to get some water going. I mean, the most expensive thing you're going to pay for is product. It's just light and chairs. Light chairs and water and mineral salt. I don't drive by no goddamn black nail salon owners. None. But y'all be the first ones tearing up their business when they give you some bad customer service, in your opinion. And now Asian people are not supposed to be racist, right? White people there, Asian people there, black lady there, but who's the one that's tearing up the entire store? White lady there, Mexican lady there, black lady there. But the usual suspects, hashtag yet again. Hashtag the usual suspects. We're at 7-Eleven in Charleston, South Carolina. Now, Charleston, South Carolina is historically black. There's nothing but black people in Charleston, South Carolina. So this is a normal activity, and this is why this was able to happen. This is probably coordinated damn near with the store owner. I'm not even sure, because I mean, in Charleston, South Carolina, the store owner of the 7-Eleven probably is black, to be honest with you. And I say this facetiously. He's not black, all right? Now, I want to let's just contrast this again, right? We'll contrast this with, yet again, right? Again, the Australian lady's question starts to ring into, existence and value. Why is multiculturalism a good thing? Legitimately, if I have a favorite type of candy, and I have the choice to choose 12 different candies and have an infinite supply for the next year or so, and I can have as many different of the candies as I like, well, I might select one or two, or maybe even a third option to have some every now and then, but my specific favorite candy is probably going to be the one that I desire to have most. Right? Why? Because it's my favorite. Does it make the other candies worse? Well, I mean, maybe I'm allergic to another candy. Maybe another candy is not produced in the same quality manner that another candy is being manufactured, right? They have two different manufacturers. Maybe I just don't like chocolate and I like tart candy or Skittles or sour Skittles more, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that one candy is worse. Now, if I eat this candy and this candy is guaranteed to make me sick, then that makes the candy worse for sure. And so if there's a candy on that list that it just makes me sick 60% of the time, even if it's only one of those candies, I can guarantee you that I'm probably going to stay away from that type of candy. Why? Because 60% of the time, it's been known to cause issues. 70% of the time, if I have a baby with this type of candy model, I know that I'm not going to have the ability to have a family and truly enjoy whatever part of the candy might have been enjoyable to begin with, right? Because I'm starting from a deficit. I'm starting from what I already know is going to irritate my body, stomach, soul, for whatever reason or another. That's just the nature of the candy. Whether it was made that way, whether it's been expired and just got contaminated along the way, it truly doesn't fucking matter. Truly, if it makes me sick, it makes me sick. Whatever the reason is it's irrelevant. The only relevancy caused and needed to know why something is making you sick is so you can have a actual scientific background to know if there's another element that possibly that candy bar could share in another different type of food that it might share, so I can stay away from that food too. And this is where we're talking about culture. Now, this is a metaphorical illusion that I'm referencing to you, where in this case, the black people are certain types of candies, and the white people are certain types of candies, and the Asian people are certain type of candies, and the Mexican people are certain type of candies. And we can look at the black candies and notice a couple of things from statistics and analyzations, that these types of activities, or blacktivities, if you will, paranormal sometimes. And that's going to be the night stream, by the way, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thinking about making a night stream for members only. So click that little monetization button that you're seeing in the live chat right now, or in the corner, or maybe if you're watching this on vertical, there is no, actually there is. You see that right there where I'm pointing, right over there? Click that button, become a member, and you can become one of the first people to get access to the paranormal blacktivities night stream. It's going to be like horror themed, but really cool stuff. So welcome to all of our people. If you're chatting in the live stream, I appreciate it. I can't see the chats. I don't know why, but double tap your screen. Make sure you're liking this stream. If we're not at 50% of whatever people are watching right now, then I'm going to be upset. If you've super chatted me, I want to thank you so much for super chatting me, but I would encourage you to donate to me on Cash App so I can utilize your money right now and not in another month on the 21st whenever we get our paychecks. But I thank you for supporting the channel, and I want you to know that your message will be seen and read by me. I wish I could read it right now on stream, but I'm not able to, right? I'm not able to. I wish I could, but I just can't. My phone is limiting me. If you want to submit some equipment to me so I can get a podcast started, watch some of my older videos. I'm used to producing extremely high content, but due to a lot of issues and lifestyle norms and just kind of being Black, I'm now homeless right now, and so we're doing this on the phone. So I'm limited to what I can do, but if you do support and enjoy this, then I would genuinely ask you to support. The channel description box has how you can do that. It's Cash App on Truth Seekers, TruthSeekers. Also, buy the book, The Black White Supremacist, on sale right now for $1, exposing all the truths and more. A great book, a great read.
South Africa was beautiful and clean before 1994.
South Africa was beautiful and clean before 1994.
This message is to all black South Africans.
This message is to all black South Africans.
We now know why white people didn't want us in their schools.
She's saying, now we know why white people and white South Africans didn't want us in their schools. This is a black South African talking to black people in Africa right now. The black fatigue is happening all around the world. Great white flight is happening all around the world. All around the world, white people are rallying their bat sigils in the air, the night sky, and they're saying, white people, wake up. Wake up, collectivize again. It's time for us to start moving again. Whether you be German, Irish, French, American, if you have white skin, if you have white people inside of your family, white blood that runs through your DNA, it's time for you to wake up. And black people right now are still sleeping.
In their restaurants, in their hospitals, in their beaches. Do you know why? Okay, black people have filthy habits. Look at the country now that black people are in power.
Black people have filthy habits. Look at the country now that black people are in power. We don't have to even look at Africa, even though we niggas know how Africa is. How many of y'all going to vacation in Africa? I need a soundboard. Can somebody send me $30 on Cash App so I can buy a stream deck? If I have a stream deck, I can put like sounds like dun, 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 the Jeopardy sound right there. How many of y'all going to vacation to Africa? Get the hell out of here. Ain't nobody going to Africa. She said, look at how nasty y'all live. Bro, go watch my short that has 40,000 views of the African child eating, is I think bamboo skin, but it's got sand all over it. I'm not harping on what she's even eating. They can eat intestines if they have the feces still inside. Y'all can eat everything because, I mean, they got white teeth at the end of the day because that whatever they're brushing their teeth with, and they look hella healthy. I'm not going, well, some of them look healthy as hell. Some of the tribes be looking like models. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I mean, but still, this tribe didn't in particular. It was a little girl, she was eating dirt with the bamboo skin, and she was just peeling at it. Go watch the short that I have right now. It's called What Is She Eating? And so it begs the question, why are their clothes always dirty? Every time you see their videos, all their clothes are always dirty. There's no, I know there's river and there's water because that's what they drink out of, but there's no sense of washing the clothes. There's no sense of sweeping or keeping certain things away. They bathe and they love cow dung. They worship the cow. It's like, bro, it's just too much, bro. It's just, it's really nasty. I understand religion, but come on now.
The cities, they are filthy.
The cities are filthy.
There is no order in the country. There are no
There's
jobs
no water.
in the country.
There's no jobs.
The crime rate is high.
The crime is crazy.
Corruption is high.
This can't all be white people's problem because we are living with white people right now. Black people who are in America, we're still dead last. The crime is still the highest in our communities. Everything that she's saying about Africa is the same for black hoods, black communities en masse. In majority, there's still a lack of resources. Don Quavius got shot and the black people were upset in the beginning of the live stream. Why? Because he needed school clothes. There's no resources. There's no back to school programs. There's very few back to school haircuts, but that used to be a type of deal. But now the haircuts cost too much damn money. Black people are feeling the strategic warfare that white people are going to start utilizing against them. And it's not even out of evilness. It's because they have to. It's because if they keep letting black people have access to free, the money in the deficit is finally going to explode. And the dollar as you know it will crash. And this country as you know it will crash. Your existence as you know it will crash. So white people are trying to prevent that crash. They're fighting actively against that crash as best as they can right now. And one of the ways they do it is they start to remove the dead weight. Us.
Many people are unemployed. People continue to vote for black government, whether you're voting for ANC or any black person, and the country is going to perish.
It doesn't
Let
matter.
us remember that
It doesn't matter who you.
who came with the idea.
It doesn't matter who you vote for in Africa. It's all corrupt, because the Africans will never collectively unite. Black people will never operate in solidarity. They will always rob and steal from themselves. This is why Africa can have the most resources in the world and still be the poorest country. 27 or 29 of the 50th poorest countries are in Africa, with the most resources and mineral wealth in the world by far. The most diamonds, the most gold, the most natural gas, the most oil. All of it's in Africa. Maybe not oil. All of it. And what happens? The African leaders who are corrupt get bought and sold out. They hire their own people for pennies, literally per day. While the people starve and mine these mines, if you don't turn over the diamonds that you find, your hands were used to be chopped off, your arms were chopped off, you were sent to prison, you were killed. And these diamonds were given to the world leaders. The world leaders sold them off to the white people. Who's really wrong? The white people or the world leaders that's killing their own people for the diamonds? Blood diamonds, as Akon referred to them, right? As Kanye referred to them. Blood diamonds. How were they, whose blood are they drenched with? Africans. Who's drenching their bloods? Other Africans. It's not white people over in Africa drenching the blood for blood diamonds. In the blood diamond market. It's black people that control that market. It's black leaders that control all of that.
Of government. It is white people who came with health systems, who came up with education. And look at what is happening in white schools now that black children are there. Black children are attacking teachers. There is just chaos in the country. And as for me, I will never vote for any black political party because I know how blacks are.
Yo, the jig is up. I know how blacks are. I would never vote for a black in my country. Look what happened when they desegregated the schools. The black kids started beating up the teachers. How many videos have we? One of my most popular shorts is a teacher having to damn near start to whoop this little black girl's butt because she was going to lunge over and start fighting. And he was about to start whooping her butt. I'm not saying he's justified. He definitely shouldn't. Never, right? But he was dang near going to have to. You know, I mean, he was looking like he was about to, you know what I'm saying? He was about to swing off on her. It's one of my most popular shorts. Again, go to the shorts and look, view by popularity. When we were in our own schools, I don't think that the number of fights recorded were anywhere near. When we were segregated from white people, it looked like we knew how to act. Why? Did we want to always be in white communities so we were on our best behavior? I think that's part of it. I think we wanted to be in those very nice environments and areas. We don't want to drink from the black water fountain, so we knew we had to shape up. But as soon as they gave us access to the all-white water fountain, it was a wrap. The shaping up ended. There was no need to shape up anymore because we got what we wanted from white people. Now we're able to walk on the same green grass as them, and this and that, and everything's cool, right? So hey, F it. It's time to party now. And now the party is over. The party's come to an end. It's 1:45 in the club and the lights are getting ready to come on. You're still dancing away though. Still dancing away. You're getting ready to order another drink at the bar. The bar already shut down, but you're getting ready to head to the bar so you can order another drink. Black people, the bar is shut down. Okay? I hope you realize this. All right? You think EBT being taken away was bad. That's just the start. Conservatives are going to control this country for majority of the time going forward because they're going to get ready to control and obliterate the narrative. Elon Musk owns Twitter now. It's not liberal anymore. Mainstream media is starting to be replaced. All right? Mainstream media has effectively been replaced. The numbers that are going on Twitter and X are far higher than what's happening on CSNBC, even in primetime television. Okay? Okay?
Blacks are a disgrace to all other races.
Oh my God, blacks are a disgrace. We gotta pause it right here.
I'm not undermining.
This is a fact. Okay, let's let her cook.
Black people, I am black just like
I'm black too. Why are we the worst race?
But the truth is the truth.
The honest
black
truth.
Black people are greedy, and the money they steal, they are trying to be like white people. And you people can never be white people.
Didn't I just say that? I just said that. I literally, I swear on my on everything I love, on my own child. I haven't even watched this entire video, and she's saying everything that I just said. I swear on my soul. I swear to God, to whatever, creator, whatever you believe in, that's the most, I swear on that. Right hand on my book. I haven't even watched this whole clip. I watched 10 seconds of it, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to download it. So we're going to watch this all for the first time together. Black people get money and they don't build businesses. They go buy Gucci and Prada. So white people can see their Gucci and Prada, and so they can shit on white people and say, oh, see, I got the Gucci and Prada too. And white people don't care. White people don't care. When white people are wearing Gucci and Louis Vuitton, they don't do it so they can be like, oh my God, I'm flexing. Some of them do. Most of them don't even do it because of that. They do it because they know it's exclusive and they can afford it and it makes them feel good. They don't do it to shit on people. See, we buy something to shit on people. When niggas get money in the hood, they got to let you know they're putting their car on 48-inch rims. The music is the loudest thing on the street. You can't even hear yourself think. Yeah, I mean, the tent is rainbow colored. I mean, you can't help but notice when black people get money a lot of the times. They want you to know that they got money. They carry stacks full of cash, pulling out cash everywhere they go, especially young black guys. They're pulling out cash everywhere. You got to know that they got money. They want you to know that they have money. They want you to appreciate that they got money. I'm going to the country club too. Right?
Because white people can't be compared to black people, honestly.
See all that's coming in this bitch and they seen us, we black. Now they want to serve us no pizza. Oh, so remind me, we got a
how many kids do you have?
And they just put a sign.
How many kids do you have? Seriously, I hope they're not all her kids.
Don't talk about close at 8 o'clock for maintenance. I hope Irene.
So these black people were going out to CC's and the workers saw them pulling up with all the children and they put the sign up that they're closing for maintenance as they saw them walking in. Is this racist? Now, albeit this is kind of racist. I'm not going to lie to you. But this is what you call black fatigue. When you see 12 black children getting ready to walk in and you know they're going to be making a mess of things, or you know they're going to be loud, or you just don't want to do it anymore, you put the sign up. And now you don't have anywhere to eat, black people. But instead of formally complaining, right, you decided to film it and then make the rest of the world see this video and double down. You're going to curse her out. You're going to do this. You don't offer yourself in a civil manner. You don't offer yourself with any type of civility and play the victim in the white damsel in distress type of manner. No, you offer yourself as this monster that, oh my God, they're kicking us out. B word this and B word that.
And come get they pussies. They knew what the fuck they were doing, talking about maintenance. And look what time they closed. From 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. They seen all that's coming in this bitch and they seen that.
Proudly managed by Samira. That's not black. That's a Jew. That's a Greek name right there. Asfanus. That's a Greek name. That's white right there. Okay. It's a white owner and a white woman owner. If anytime you see like Nus, that's Greek, right? Zeus. Nus, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Po, O-U, and that's a Greek surname right there, okay? Greek based. So yeah, now you don't have anywhere to eat because you know what? Those workers have probably been watching videos now that social media is circulating of black kids coming in fighting, black people coming in fighting at every restaurant, and they're getting ready to get off in a couple hours. They don't want to do it. They want to keep the restaurant clean. The restaurant's been clean. They don't want to clean up after everybody and potentially experience a fight. And that's what's going on in their mind. So now you don't have anywhere to eat. Black people, you only have yourself to blame. Black women, the only people you can be mad at is other black women who have come in and have started fights at CC's before. Because that's what the workers are thinking. They see you and they see them.
We black. Now they want to serve us no pizza. Yeah, Iraq, come get that ass off this counter. Fuck wrong with them. Iraq gonna bust the motherfucking windows down.
So now we're gonna bust the windows down. We're gonna burn the establishment. It's the same course of action with black people. The same recourse of action with black people. Oh, you don't want to serve us. You don't want to do this. You don't want to. We're gonna burn it all down, because that's gonna solve you wanting to serve us in the future, right? That'll make the white people want to fuck with us in the future, right? By burning down their entire establishment. That'll do it. Right. Domestic terrorism and domestic terroristic threats are a real thing, black people. I want y'all to know that. And that's a federal crime. Okay?
Huh? No, we ain't fucking. They knew they seen us coming in here and gonna want to put a sign up there. Bitch.
No, black people. It's not we not fucking with them. They're not fucking with you. It's a big difference. Not, oh, we not fucking with them. No. They're not fucking with you. Okay? Big difference. Right? Because at the end of the day, you don't have a pizza place to where you can go fuck with yourself. Right? You don't fuck with yourself. They don't fuck with you either. There is no we don't fuck with them. Just like even if white people are watching me right now, there's white people that are watching me and be like, nigga, you're black. We still don't fuck with you. Shout out to the white people that do donate to me, because there's a lot of great white people out there. There's some that still won't like me simply because I'm black. And that's fine. I don't have an issue. I have no issue with that. You know why? My issue isn't with white people. My issue is with black people. Right? Because black people en masse are going to be the ones that affect my existence far more than white people will. Right? White people have shown that they have the capability to let go of history and to change things around to some extent. But it's when black people operated in a certain militaristic manner that forced white people to give us our respect. But since we don't respect ourselves, since we're just a bunch of monkeys in the jungle half of the time in half of the business establishments, since we offer no semblance of our ancestors past who walked around intellectually spoken, emotionally intelligent with suits on, understanding the true plight and the struggle and what they truly fought for, they don't respect us now because we don't respect our ancestors. Boy, if Martin can see what was going on now, he'd be rolling around in his grave. He'd be like, y'all niggas still don't own shit. Y'all niggas still don't own anything. If Malcolm could see right now, y'all niggas still own less than 4%. I don't give a fuck if the white people burn down Black Wall Street 1,000,000 times over. You build it back 1,000,001 times. Or you leave.
All us black folks, they put a sign on the top of their clothes.
Good.
Stupid.
I hope y'all realize that there's no pizza place for you to go to. And that there's going to be less and less pizza places for black people to go to. But black people are so stupid, they won't build their own pizza places. It ain't shit to get bread, water, and tomato sauce. But you know what is difficult? Is getting people to come together to invest into a bank account. To say, hey, we want to start a $25,000 pizza company. I need $25,000, $1 from each black person, and we can have our own pizza business, our own pizza truck. But ain't none of that. Y'all nigga, oh, well, they don't want us around. Fuck them white people. Fuck them white people. I hope y'all all die. I hope all the white people die, and we're going to die right behind them, because then we're going to have no more America left. Ain't going to be no more ambulance if all the white people, ain't no more hospitals, ain't no more vaccine, ain't no more nothing if all the white people are gone. I have to double back on that vaccine. I shouldn't have said that. Fuck the vaccine. And the black South Africans kicked out the white South African farmers. They had to beg them to come back so they could teach them how to crop the land. Y'all niggas, boy. A Patriot Front is here. Here we go.
Here in Central Texas.
A Patriot Front is here in Central Texas. By the way, I am near to Central Texas.
Which has destroyed communities and taken the lives of scores of Americans. Our activists are clearing roads, removing debris from homes and public spaces.
Did you see any black people traveling to Louisiana when Katrina hit? Did you see like en masse waves of black people forming groups and like pulling all their boats together to go rescue black people? It was only white people that get in those big old tugboats. It's only white people that got these big old four-wheel monster ATV type vehicle trucks and shit like that. You see, when white people's communities get destroyed, they ride on the mission. They're gonna turn it into a political stance. Listen up.
Distributing supplies to residents. There's lots of volunteers across the region, but something sets us apart. We are prioritizing the interest of our people in this mission. While every other race and religion across the country and the world, for that matter, can establish charities, communities, and institutions that explicitly exist by and for their own, it is regrettably a revolutionary act to do so for Americans, that unique nation, descendant of the European peoples who discovered, settled, and founded America. I won't engage in the petty political finger-pointing that many pundits are engaging in presently, but I will say this. Our institutions have been
Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you everybody in the chat. If you're super chat, thank you to all super chats. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for all the support on this channel, guys. If we can, let's try and get some dollars to Truth Seekers. I'm trying to get $30 by the end of the stream, guys. $ Truth Seekers in the description. TRUTH.
And they cannot serve this nation like only a nationalist.
They cannot serve this nation like only. Let's rewind it. $ Truth Seekers to support in the chat, guys. If you appreciate these streams, $ Truth Seekers, TRUTHSEEKRS, trying to work up $30 and get some equipment going on, guys. I appreciate y'all.
Those tasked with keeping our people safe, insofar as the government is even willing to recognize the existence of an authentic American stock, have proven themselves unfit for the job. They do not understand our country like a national.
when you hear the word nationalism, most black people hear racism. Nationalism, racism. When you break down the word nationalism, that simply is a person that's proud of their nation or is very knowledgeable of the nation. When you add the ism to it, it means that someone is knowledgeable about something. So really, racism means that, or here, racist means that he's like knowledgeable about race, but he's not. So nationalistic or nationalism means that they're proud or they have knowledge of information of their country, where they come from, their nation. And what region of the world is it proud to be? Is it bad to be proud of where you come from? You see, black people want to be, oh, I'm proud of, be proud of me. They want to be us. Black people, well, white people want to be us. White people want to be it. White people are like, no, we really don't. But when white people say we're proud to be white, all of a sudden it's a problem and it's racist. So white people are like, what exactly are we supposed to do? We can't be proud to be right. We can't be proud of being from our country. You just want us to be, what, completely down in the dumps like you? No, we're not going to be down in the dumps. We're tired of that. We're going to take flight. It's time to revolutionize.
Nationalist does. They do not love their people like a nationalist does, and cannot serve this nation like only a nationalist can. When I wrote the words in PF's manifesto 8 years ago that we will surpass the state and to fulfill the needs of the nation, I meant it. When I said just days ago in Louisville, Kentucky, that we will blaze the trails, do the work, and find the solutions, I meant it. PF is not a brotherhood of platitudes, as so many claim from the comfort of their keyboards. The future belongs to the men with their boots on. If you are a man of our nation with an apt mind and able body, we need you. We can only save this country as fast as we can put men to task. We can do great things, but we can never do enough in service of our nation. If you believe in the power...
So they're changing the mindset of the youth, because youth are primarily on social media sites. The engagement has started from white men on the white front. The white flight has begun. They are starting to build pride in the nation again, the nation that you hate as black people. Don't you think that that's going to come to a head at a certain point? They're building up actively the mantra to support America, its pride, its definitive culture, and whatever else stands against it to crush it in its way. If you cannot be with us, then you are against us, essentially, because a non-nationalism person, non-nationalistic minded person cannot serve your country in the way that you and I can. That's what they're telling these white kids. So at this point, it wasn't indoctrination before. Now it's truly, you're truly going to see what in 20 years this turns into for you as black people. You thought that white people didn't like you before? Wait until their children of this day and age grow up and start owning all the stores and having all the attributes of society passed down and handed to them, since all of their grandfathers and their fathers own everything right now. Black people had time to build. Black people had time to manifest wealth, success in America, and now it's too late. The wrath is getting ready to start for you. The winter has just begun for black people. You have passport bros trying to find love overseas and dating women overseas and this and that. That's a small rock in the water, ladies and gentlemen. You not being able to have a family in America is only the start. You being able to not live in America is going to be the resulting end case. You being able to not have anywhere that you can afford, anywhere that will take your credit applications, anywhere that truly wants to mess with you is where black people are heading to by and large. Just naturally the way that the dollar amount is going, because again, you don't own any of the dollar amount of the resources. The only time you're able to attribute your lifestyle in America to the hard work that you're doing is because it was through a white or an Asian or a Hispanic dollar. Very seldom can you build riches and richness off of the black dollar. Very seldom has anybody built an empire off of black dollars and retained it and kept the empire going and flowing from black dollars. A black person has built an empire off of black dollars. No, other people know how to do that far better than we do.
Of our heritage, the strength of our ideals, then the sidelines must be uncomfortable. It may be too late to join us on this relief mission, but it's the perfect time to get involved so you're ready in time for the next one.
It's almost reminiscent of the days when the Pilgrims got to America and they just started building everything. It's almost like, this is almost like what they're doing. They're just building communities. You'll see in a little bit on the live stream a video of a city that no black people are allowed in. And it's if I'm not mistaken, Alabama, I want to say. We'll see that here in a little bit.
Notice you have the Apple Watch on. How many steps do you have today?
I don't know. This actually did.
How'd it die?
They ain't never charged?
Thoughts and prayers, man.
Appreciate it.
I noticed you're wearing an Apple Watch. How many steps do you have today?
It's dead. It died.
How'd it die?
I didn't charge it.
That's so sad. I noticed you're wearing an Apple Watch. How many steps do you have today?
Oh, no, it's dead. It's been dead for like 2 days.
Sorry for your loss.
It's good, bro.
How'd it die?
Oh, no, I just lost my charger.
Notice you have an Apple Watch on. How many steps do you have today?
It's accessories, bro. It's dead, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. You know how it died?
I didn't
just there for function, not actual use. You see, this is the problem with black people. An iPhone does have a use, believe it or not. An iWatch does have a use, believe it or not, rather, right? An iWatch can literally save your life if you go into cardiac arrest by calling 911. iWatches have saved people's lives who have gotten into car accidents, went unconscious, and they automatically called 911. But it's more important to have the watch as a styling icon for these kids, right? But I included this video because I wanted it to be a video of stewardness, of when black people have nice things, they still don't even utilize them. They still don't even take care of them. It's nothing to charge a watch and to keep a watch charged. You can utilize that watch to help you in your sports career. That watch can be tracking your analyzations, your paces, your steps. You heard the reporter say how many steps you got in today. That watch can be tracking your BPM, your heart rhythm, how it can be helping you with all kinds of analytics with the invention of AI and things of that nature. Nobody's telling these kids that. I don't expect these kids to know that. I'm simply telling you that the message has never been given to these kids. That there's no message. You need to keep your watch charged. Keep your watch. Take care of your watch. Take care of every item in possession that you have. It doesn't matter how small it is, how big it is. Take care of your hoods. Take care of your community. Take the trash off of the streets. If you see trash on the ground, you be the one to take it up. If you see somebody littering, you be the one to tell them no. There's no semblance of that. So when the kid gets a nice iWatch, when the kid finally makes it to the NFL, when the kid finally does this, there's none of that communal activism. There's no communal response innately put into them because it wasn't put into them. There's none of that, oh, I need to give back to the people. No, because they don't even take care of the things that they have. What the fuck can they offer to white people? What can we offer to the white community if we don't even take care of our shit?
Charge it, bro. It's just for accessories, bro.
Oh, so you never charge it?
Nah, I do charge it, but like right now it's for accessories, bro.
All right, that's fair. Sorry for your loss, man.
Appreciate
it. So here's a boat. This is Ireland.
I assume we're good people.
I believe this is Ireland, and this actually we're going to see in the next clip was a boat that was lit on fire, or this stack was lit on fire, almost like a ritualistic event. And these are caricatures of black people and immigrants, Somalis and Northern Africans, Sub-Saharan Africans, and other people from that region who will approach and land on the white people's land on boats, right? By the droves. A lot of these people drown at sea. It's horrific if you go watch the videos and see the stories. But these people in Ireland have gotten tired and fed up of it. And now maybe it's not even Ireland. It might be somewhere else, you know, that this is, because I don't know if Ireland's landlocked, but you know what I mean. And this is the fire right here. Moghashel fire. Okay, so here are the boats landing right now. This is in Greece. What happens is the immigrants get on a boat. They just bombard the coastal lines and then freaking jump out, swim towards the coast, and then they're there. So that boat just dropped some of them off. It's going to go right back to Africa or right back to wherever they're coming from, and they're going to bring them over, right on over. This is the video that we spoke about earlier where the black guy realized he was in the nicest area. We'll wrap this up. The black guy in this next video realizes he's in a nice area. He's the only black person there. And hey guys, you want to support the channel? I'm accepting all donations for the book. Whatever amount you donate for the book, the link is in the description. $ Truth Seekers, TRUTHSEEKRS, no E at the end. TRUTHSEEKRS. I'm sorry to say it so much. Trying to build $30 in donations today. $1 is all I ask from you if you've been enjoying the stream. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday wherever you're coming from, and whether it be work or whether it be your job, your house, your children, your dinner, wherever it is. I hope you're enjoying your day, and we're continuing on this live stream episode of the Great White Flight, THT edition, Black Fatigue. Hopefully this video starts to wrap up here in a second, because I'm trying to get to the next video. All right, well, this video might not. Here we go.
In Boston for work right now. I'm at the waterfront or seaport or whatever it is, and I was just walking around. It's nice.
Okay, who's in Boston?
It's expensive. There's nice restaurants. Everybody's just chilling, like families. Just everybody is acting normal, and I'm just like, oh my god, there are like.
Thank you to all super chatters. If anybody's super chatted, thank you.
Black people, I mean none. All right, like I'm the only one that I've seen that's not like some kind of employee, right? And then there are the people that are here from out of town for the conference that I'm here for, and it really does remind me, like it makes me think of, well, why is Miami Beach so chill? Why is Miami Beach so quiet? Again, there are no black people, and I'm not.
Miami Beach has been effectively known to get rid of black people in certain areas. If you're the mother of my child is from Miami, and she's told me many a time that you don't get a job in Miami unless you speak Spanish, and unless for whatever reason the Latinos down there decide, or the white people down there decide to let you in. But they don't give jobs to black people for the most part in Miami. Like they don't want you in Miami at all. In the nice areas, the part where you want to go vacation to, they do not want black people there. As somebody who has a Miamian native that I dated and have a child with, I've heard the stories. They do not like black people in Miami. And black people, when they are in Miami, are always doing shootings, fightings, and whatever. You can go on X and Twitter and watch all kinds of videos. But it's true, whenever there are no black people in an area, you're going to have complete peace and tranquility. If there's an area, again, I said it on the last live stream, that's 90% plus 95%, if it's 97% white, zero crime.
But I'm just saying this is something that I have observed in the places where people are calm, people are chill. There's just a sense of community. Everybody's just vibing. It's really, really cool. Every time I have that experience, there are either zero black people or a bare minimum of black people. You can do with that what you want to.
Well, the truth hurts.
Are you scared of the teachers?
No.
What do you do if somebody messes with you?
Beat them up.
How bad?
Really bad.
And are you afraid of getting in trouble from the teachers?
No.
If somebody does you wrong?
No.
So this is a crazy. More likes on the stream. 175 people watching. We need likes on the stream. I'm pausing the stream right now until we get 50 likes. Guys, I need, hey, what's up, Maddie? Thank you for the super chat. Okay, I can see the comments. Hold on, I can see the comments, guys. I know the comments are on screen. Hey, listen, okay, I don't care. I don't care if all y'all leave. Like the screen. Double tap the screen right now, ladies and gentlemen. Double tap your screen. We can get the likes to 50. Maddie, thank you for the super chat. But Maddie, you need to send it to the Cash App, Maddie. Send it to the Cash App, bro. I'm broke right now. So like, send it to the Cash App. The channel link's in the description. $ Truth Seekers. TruthSeekers. I'm broke right now. I appreciate the super chat though, Maddie. What's up? Maddie is an OG on the channel, man. Always been supporting the nigga. This black father is telling his black son, are we intimidated of white teachers? The son's like, no. What do we do if the white teacher insults us? We fight back. Okay, Maddie said he don't have Cash App in Europe. Hey, Maddie, I got Venmo too, bro. Hey, Maddie, don't trip about it. I appreciate you, bro. Real talk, it's good to see you, Maddie. So this black father is like, are we intimidated of white teachers? Just indoctrinating. And again, I've spoken on this in the past. Black people have inherent racism against white people in their homes. I don't know what world y'all are living in, but there's been so many black people in my family reunions that have heard that I dated. I talk to white girls. Well, I date and I talk to white girls because I'm the only black kid in school. I have nobody else to date. But you better not bring home no white girl. You better be careful. That white girl's going to put you in jail for rape. Guess what? I ain't never been put in jail by nobody but black people. The only reason I have a criminal record is because of black people. Straight up. You better not bring, she gonna say you raped her and that you took advantage of her and that you did this and that you did that. I've dated white girls. I've never had any issues. They're always sweet. The father's always been cool. He just wanted to know that I wasn't a degenerate. But as soon as I started talking, I was like, hey, how you doing, sir? My name is Jonathan Wilson. It's an honor. We're just going to be going to the movies. We might end up just chilling in the Walmart parking lot because they're supposed to have like some little car type of deal. And so, you know, the thing ends up being the same, but they're always cool as hell, cool as ice. Never had any issues. You wouldn't be able to tell me that racism existed with the childhood that I had. I was always at my white friends' houses. Hey, can Jonathan spend the night? Can Jonathan do this? Can Jonathan come up to the cabin up north with us? White people up north, they have cabins. I lived in Michigan for 10 years. Rode snowmobiles to the gas station. Can Jonathan come up to the cabin with us up north? Rest in peace to my best friend Kyle. On the way back from a cabin trip, they got into a car crash. A drunk driver hit them in a car crash. Kyle died, my best friend, and Ryan died from across the street. All of them were white. I was the only black kid in my neighborhood. They gave me everything I could have possibly wanted as a child. I had the best experience in the world. But y'all want to convince me that white people don't like me. White people are evil. I know that slavery happened. But I also know that niggas are doing drive-bys in the hood. And I didn't have to ever see a single drive-by. I went to church one day. They said Mario got shot in the head. I said, damn, Mario got shot in the head? What happened? Some niggas shot Mario. He was in the streets. Some niggas shot him. I went to school. I went to church a couple months later. They done shot, DeMarcus. DeMarcus got shot in the head. Damn, what happened to DeMarcus? Some nigga shot him. We don't even know. We don't think he was a part of anything, but some niggas just shot him. I ain't hear nobody getting shot at the white churches that I was going to. Sure, the churches were boring and everything like that. I ain't hear nobody get shot. Let me get back to this video. Now when this black kid goes to school and the teacher tells him to put his cell phone up, there's no respect of authority, because even when the black children have a father in the household, the black father is still intent, in this case, on causing disruption in the white communities. Most teachers are white. If they're at a black school, then they're going to be a half and half type of deal, right? Most educators are white. There's less than 3% of educators who are black male. Close to the number of businesses that we own in America cumulatively. Less than 3% are black males, right? So the teachers that we do have, we get a prime example of the men that we do have at home. We get a prime example of how they operate behind closed doors. Those same conversations y'all are claiming white people have about you. Oh, don't fuck with black people. Don't do this. Don't do that. When around blacks, never relax. This and that are those same conversations that I want to bring to light. Because black people have those same conversations, except those conversations they have are built for destroying. They're built for destruction. What do you do, son, if somebody gives you an attitude? I fight them. You fight them. You're just raising a criminal. You're just raising somebody to have assault charges at this point. And this looks like he's a good, sweet kid. But he has no chance because he's got a black revolutionist father who believes that white people are out to shoot his son. Let's restart this video. This is craziness.
Seaport or whatever it is, and I was just walking around. It's nice. It obviously looks expensive.
Sorry, we got to spin through this video one more time.
Restaurants, everybody's just chilling, like families. Just everybody is acting
victimhood.
Normal,
nothing to do with
like,
color.
Oh my God,
these kids respect no one.
People here, and when I mean
that's a fact.
White people, I mean none. All right.
Black kids don't respect anybody.
That I've seen.
Bro, go try to tell a group of black kids, especially from the hood. Go try to correct a group of black kids. If there's more than 5, 6, or 7 of them and they're operating unmasked and being unruly, oh no, there's no respect that's about to be given from you. You're about to get laughed at, ragged on. Get your old 40 on, get your bubblehead ass on, get your Mr. Peanut head ass on, bald ass nigga, stupid. Get your before I whoop your. You saw the kids in the last live stream that are cursing out the Walgreens employees, telling them not to steal. These kids are like 6, 7, 8, and 9 years old, F-bombing, B-bombing, calling women bitches and everything, and they're the ones stealing from Walgreens. The sister gets online and then starts cussing out everybody, telling them that these aren't bad kids.
It's not like some kind of
oh my
right?
God.
And then they're the people that are here.
You'll be hard pressed finding a group of white kids roaming around the neighborhoods, causing mayhem, graffitiing, spray painting, fighting around the nations. You don't ever see stuff like that.
And
the help needs to come from black people. Train wreck. Yo, train wreck. I don't know if this is the actual train wreck, but if you're the actual train wreck, bro, like the big train wreck, then I can't even believe you're here right now type of shit. But this is why we make this stream. I know there are white people that are going to be like, bro, like, what are you talking about? You're trying to make it seem like you're white. No. We're trying to correct an issue before the next civil war happens. Before my daughter grows up in a country of what people, the majority ruler people hate her. People around the world hate her to where she can't travel anywhere where there's people that don't even hate her because Africans don't even like black Americans. I played in the last live stream. African people say they look at black Americans as slaves. They don't want us there. They don't like us there. This is why when black Americans go immigrate to Africa, you're getting scammed left and right. Because of course, the #1 most scamming continent in the world. I mean, hi, miss, this is Tom, miss, and I'm calling because I'm in love with you, miss, and yes. The #1 scamming continent in the world, of course they're going to scam you. They don't care what you look like. The world leaders are scamming their own people. You don't think that they're going to scam a rich black American in their eyes? You're seen as rich in their eyes. You're seen as less than in their eyes at the same period. They hate you. They can't stand you. This is the reality of it. They think that black Americans are dumb, and guess what? They're right a lot of the time. Black Americans are dumb. But here's the reality of it again, I say. The help has to start and come from black people. If we don't start having our structures and our communities looking like white people's, if we don't place emphasis and recognize the value that white culture actually brings, because black people will say, oh, white people don't even have culture. What culture? You don't have white culture. What's white culture? White culture is peace. It's conquering prosperity. It's creating parks and having dog parties for your dog for your dog's 10th birthday, or a cat party for your cat's 13th birthday, and having a whole bunch of other people bring cat treats and wear cat hats and singing peaceful little songs. It's having get-togethers with animals and having arts and crafts and having old ladies be able to get together in semblance of peace and do their little crafts together at the YMCA and at bingo night, and making sure they're protected and things of that nature. It's not having hoodlums ride through and smack old people in the face and punch people in the face, because that's the social media game that we're playing now. This is what the black community comes to. Let me get to the next video.
That I have observed in the places where people.
Sorry, I can't fast forward. We're on the phone, so I don't have the ability to scroll as I like. But we'll get back to the teacher right now, to the black kid talking to his son. You can buy the book, The Black White Supremacist, for $1. Links are in the description. Maddie, give me your email so I can email you the book, Maddie.
You can do with that what you want to.
Here we go. Video in contest.
Are you scared of the teachers?
No.
What? There's no teachers. I went to white schools for half of my entire education. I didn't go to public school until 8th grade. There was never a single white teacher that ever made me fear them. There was never a single white teacher that ever made me fear them. Every single white teacher was the sweetest person I've had in my life. There was not a single white teacher that ever gave me angst. Do you know when I started getting angst from white teachers? Is when I went to public school. When black people were introduced to the mix is when the white teachers started giving me problems. When I went to public school and my parents prayed for a private education, I swear to God, those white people were fucking angels. You couldn't tell me I was black. I didn't know I was black. That's why black people hated me, because I talk so white. They say, why do you talk so white? White kids would be like, you talk white. That's interesting. But you're black. The black kids would be like, why the fuck do you talk white? Nigga, I don't like that. Fight me. My private education, I was so depressed when we left Michigan. I fell into deep depression when I left my white friends, my white family. I fell into the worst depression, one of the worst depressions I've had in my life. Not worse than my child and not in everything I've been going on with my baby, with mother of my child and stuff like that. That was worse for sure. But this depression was second right up there. Because when I left the peacefulness, security of an all-white community, I was thunderstruck by what it was to live amongst black people. I could not believe black people lived the way that they did. Now I remember it like it was yesterday. There was no white teacher that ever made me fear.
What do you do if somebody messes with you?
Beat them up.
Well, if somebody messes with you, you beat them up. That's to a certain extent. If you have a bully that messes with you, then sure, you beat the bully up. I said that I thought that he was talking about the teacher. Yes, if somebody's messing with you unjustly, then you should defend yourself. I have nothing with what the father is saying there.
How bad?
Really bad.
And are you afraid of getting in trouble from the teachers?
No.
If somebody does you wrong?
No.
Are you afraid of talking back to a teacher if they disrespect you?
No.
Are you afraid of talking back to a teacher if they disrespect you? What is disrespect? This begets the question, what is disrespect in that child's eyes? Because disrespect in the father's eyes, it might be something different to the child, or maybe the concept of disrespect in the father has been implemented or implanted in the child's brain. This is probably what's going to happen. What is disrespect? Well, you shouldn't have told my son to put his cell phone down. You shouldn't have told my son that he couldn't go to the bathroom at the time. You shouldn't have told he's taking all the authority from the teachers. This is why black kids don't respect authority and you can't correct black children. I would highly advise you becoming a stepfather to most black children. You will have a hellish experience doing it. I would highly advise you becoming a stepfather, period, in most cases. But you will have a hellish experience trying to be a stepfather to black children. It is going to be a bloodbath. I would not advise it. You are fighting against deeply ingrained cultural differences. Okay? You're trying to be a traditional father figure in a community that does not offer any traditionality in the sense. All right? Remember, 70% of households in the black community think it's normal to not have a father in the house, so they don't have one. Okay? Again, what is disrespect? Son, don't you dare let a teacher tell you anything. Now the teacher has no authority. The teacher can't correct any type of abusive or bad behavior because children aren't perfect all the time. Sometimes children need correction, believe it or not. Children need to be spanked. I came from a time period where they spanked kids in school. That's abuse now. But trust me, the white men are getting ready to take flight and get back to where they were going. The spankings are returning back to school. The wooden paddles coming back to schools. I guarantee you that. I don't care if it takes 100 years. It's coming back. White people are getting back to their old ways. I guarantee you that much. Why do you think you're seeing so many videos of people that are non-existent anymore, that were revolutionists, that were evil in days past? But now white people are saying, no, they were right. We should have listened to them. We fought the wrong war against the wrong people. Because now we can't correct your children. You see, the little white kids are all wonderful in school. I didn't see a single school fight until I got to public school. I never saw one school fight in these white schools. I didn't see one. 12, 8, 9 years, however long I was in school, 8 years, I didn't see one. I didn't even see a pushing, shoving match. I didn't even see an argument. Two days in the Hillwood Middle School, niggas are whipping each other. 2 days. I said, God damn, I want to go back to private school. But I already told my parents I don't want to go to private school anymore because I wanted to play sports. The private school didn't have a whole bunch of sports. You know, they were all white. They weren't dominant in sports. And so I wanted to play sports and be dominant in sports. And I wanted to know what it was like. Man, that was the biggest mistake of my life. You know, as a kid, you can't look back on that. You have to have parents that know that for you. No, we're going to keep you in this private school because I know that this is best for you. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're lucky enough to be black and have both parents, well, if you're lucky enough to have both parents, that you don't have a father like this. What is disrespect? Oh, you shouldn't have told my son that he could do that. Okay, well, how about this? How about you and your son get the fuck out of here then? How about that? How's that for disrespect, Mr. Johnson? You can get the fuck out. Oh, you going to kick my son out of school? You gonna kick us out now? I'm gonna sue y'all. Black Lives Matter. Boy, you can't win with niggas, boy. Buy my book, The Black White Supremacist. Buy my book, The Black White Supremacist. You can donate and buy it for $1 on Cash App. If you want to support me trying to change my people and give us the last chance of hope, this is our last bastion of standing, guys. America is headed towards its last legs because of us, because of all the bigotry, because of all the idiocy, because of all the ignorance. I understand it. It's because of the people that are weighing it down. There's a lot of people in this country that want to move on, get past slavery, and a lot of people don't want to get past slavery. If you want to know how the true next level minds of Black America are thinking, buy my book, because I have secret organizations I'm trying to fund. I have a podcast I'm trying to fund. I'm trying to get on the major airwaves and actual radio stations one day. And to do that, I need your support. Jonathan Wilson needs your support. You can do that by checking out the links in the description, donating $1 to get your copy of The Black White Supremacist. It will be emailed in digital format for you. If you want the audio version, you can buy the digital version for $1 or more. Whatever you want to buy the book for, you can send me $1,000. I would sure use it. I'm not going to go and blow and smoke it all. I guarantee you, you're going to see your money actually being used on this channel. Anybody that's donated to me on the past, you can watch in the past. I had live streams. We had equipment. I had everything. I went homeless because of nigga shit. I went homeless fucking with all these niggas. I went homeless fucking with black people. And this is where I'm at in my car today. But I guarantee you what, this message is not going to fucking stop, because I swear to God, this is going to be every ounce of blood, tear, sweat that I exude and I put out towards this movement and energy and towards the world, because I believe in this shit strongly. Check it out, Truth Seekers and Cash App, TruthSeekers. Read about my own personal life stories, my own anecdotes, and the words of wisdom I have for our current generation and for the future, how we can fix this problem and what it means if we don't fix it. Support that. You can also become a channel member. There's a lot of content I have behind the paywall. Thank you for the $5 super chat from Jaw Thunder, always coming through. My brother Jaw Thunder is in the chat, in the building. That's a second donation to the channel. He also donated on Cash App. I want to thank you, Jaw. Jaw, I got more content coming for you as well, brother. I'm gonna have some other stuff I'll be emailing you, bro. Some exclusive stuff you'll really enjoy, man. The stuff that I've been working on in years past, but I just never released. You'll really get some enjoyment out of that. Videos, books, and just a lot of different experiences. Guys, I want to thank you for anybody that has supported and that's been still watching. If you're watching right now, double tap the screen. We're gonna continue on with this broadcast and with this live stream. It's a wonderful Saturday in the great state of Texas, 102 degrees, and it's God's wonderful green day, blue day, earth. What is today? I don't even know. the date. I'm trying to, you know, be newscaster analyzation. It's 1:16 p.m. or maybe it's 2:16 p.m. on the 23rd God's year, right? Of God's year 2025. So this is where we're gonna go with this. We got a little bit of time left in the show. I don't know how many people are still watching right now. We got, oh my God, 259 people are watching the show. There's 36 likes. Guys, I swear to God Almighty, if you don't like the stream right now, I will end it right now. I swear to God. You don't have to donate on Cash App, but if you don't like the stream, I will end the stream right now. If we don't get to 50 likes, I will end the stream. Sherelle says, please end it. Sherelle, you are banned. Sherelle, I'm not gonna ban you, Sherelle. You've been here for too long. Cope? I'm not coping.
So stand on that, all right?
I'm standing on that, all right? I will end the stream. I swear. I don't care. Y'all will be here tomorrow.
You going against those rules, all right?
Alright.
Have a good day.
Ask him again.
What?
What's the number one rule?
What's the number one rule?
They're wasting time.
No blacks, no Jews,
no blacks, no blues, no gays. I just got demonetized, so submit your donations. I forgot they said Jews. Jesus Christ.
And a new type of community.
I'm definitely demonetized.
Return to the land.
I forgot to take out the word Jews.
Open to white
Fuck me.
Only. They are millennials and Gen Z, and this is a new update of age-old prejudice.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving
is this racist?
Our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites only place.
Is this racist?
White American culture.
But what this sounds like is...
Black people gonna be the first ones trying to get in that bit. Oh God, they've been in their own community. Oh, why would they let us in?
Bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
It's free association. So we're not trying to
always say free association.
Other people down.
Sherelle, I'm not gonna ban you. You've been on the channel for too long.
Settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out, even if...
Well, I mean, you don't let everyone into your home.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid.
So you see how white people, 40 people right now, they're sacrificing everything, all modern amenities, and they're acting as new age pilgrims. They say, you know what? We don't care. We're gonna unplug and we're just gonna have our own environment. It doesn't, if we don't have Walmart, cool. White people already know how to survive. Niggas, if you put us in the forest and try and do us to do this, we're gonna be looking for the nearest Quick Trip or Walmart so we can get some chicken and throw on the fire station. Where's the oil? Who brought the canola oil? That's the only question we're gonna be asking. And I'm saying this facetiously, but I'm saying it seriously. We don't know how to hunt. We don't know which berries are poisonous. We don't know which plants are poisonous, which plants are edible. You don't know how many different ways dandelion root can be broken, how many different ways it can be harvested. We don't know which plants to boost your immune system. We don't know about which, how to skin a deer, how to skin a bear, how to skin a rabbit. We don't know how to set rabbit traps. You don't know how to, y'all don't even have guns on your sites. You wanna talk about guns. You don't have the concept of tracking down a bear, of how to know how old the shit is, how to know how old the scat is, what types of scat is for a certain type of animal. If it's a rabbit, it's certain little balls. If it's a bear, it'll be a certain pile. If it's a wolf, it'll be a certain pile. You don't know what to look for, how to tell what it's eating, how to tell if the meat's edible or not, how to harvest the meat, how to prepare the meat, how to bleed the animal, how to fish, how to make our own fishing rod, how to make fishing lures. If you were to drop 90% of black people off in the forest and 90% of white people, and you give them 1 month, the black people will be 70% decimated. They will quit. If you start a social experiment and put 90% of the general population of each race in the forest and you wait for 6 months, you will see that white people have an entire civilization built and black people are rummaging and robbing to each other to survive. This is reality because this is what's happening in America now, right? We don't even need to try and make these prognoses. We don't need to try and make these type of examples. We don't need to imagine. We simply need to look at reality. Look at Africa as a whole. Look at black people as a whole. Look at the hood. Look at black communities where black people live at en masse. And look where white people live at en masse. Take a picture of a black neighborhood. Take a picture of a white neighborhood. It could be any white neighborhood predominantly, but I want it to be 99.9 white and then 99.9 black. And take 100 pictures of each. And I will pay you cash money if you can find that there are more than 10 images where the black neighborhood looks better than the white neighborhoods. Cash money right now. Back to Arkansas.
Be members. And while the men do the physical labor, the women take care of the children who live here full time.
It could be a
wow. Imagine having a family. 70% of y'all who are black listening to this didn't even have your father. You didn't even have your father in the house. Imagine being a white kid. Imagine how nice it is being white, and you wake up in a community like this, and your mother and your father are both there. Hey, son, good morning. We're gonna go down to Tom's cabin for breakfast. We're gonna go to Jane, and then after that, we're gonna go to Jane. She has some new dye for the quilts that we're gonna be sewing and things of that nature. And then after that, we're gonna all have a picnic outside, have lunch. Then we're gonna have Sunday mass or church mass, and then we'll have free activities for 4 hours. You can do whatever you want. Go swimming. You can build your little boat. You can build your toys. You can do this. Imagine how beautiful life would be as a white child in a community like this, where you don't want for anything. Where you're not 17-year-old Daquan like in the beginning of our live stream who got shot. And your cousins are all like, oh, the reason he was robbing the white ladies because he didn't have school clothes. He was in technical school. He was in technical school to become a doctor, and he robbed the lady because he didn't have school clothes. Imagine having a community that gave you your school clothes. You see, when I went to private school, they gave us our clothes. They were like, oh, here are your clothes, here's your uniforms, here's everything. Right? Everything's provided for you if you're a part of this community. Right? So long as you work to actively and you provide your due, everything's given for you. We'll all look for each other. There is no robbing. You don't have to worry about fighting here. There is no fights. Everybody here loves each other because we're all headed towards the same mission and purpose. You see, the problem with America is not everybody is headed towards the same mission and purpose. Half of the country wants the country to burn. And then where will you go? I have no idea. Where are y'all planning on going? Like legitimately. Down with America, down with white people, down with all their evil creations as you type it from your iPhone.
If you're part of the community, but if you're black, if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association.
I love the racist messages. Keep the racist messages going.
To discriminate on the basis of ethnicity.
Black people saying I'm hurt. Omar, I'm not hurt. I'm telling the truth.
Yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing.
Thank you, Ja.
As a result of our reporting.
Just being honest, brother.
No room for racial discrimination.
I'm tired of not having any black. Let me stop it right here. Saying I hate myself. No. You know what it is? I hate that every single establishment I walk into, I'm tired of not seeing any black people that own it or managing it from the get-go. And when they do manage it, it's 70% of the time I have issues with the quality. I'm tired of always dealing with going to black restaurants if I'm in Atlanta or if I'm in the hood or from black areas, and then the waitress or the person behind the counter has a fucking attitude. I'm tired of that shit. Are you not tired of that, Omar? Are you not tired of always having to watch your back if you see a group of hoodlums outside of the corner store at night, not knowing whether or not they're getting ready to try and do something? Are you not tired of that, bro? Are you telling me you don't see that seriously? Like, let's be honest here for a second. Drop the bullshit with yourself and drop the bullshit with me. I'm not even making that much money on this doing this right now. Sure, there's a little bit of people watching, but we should be honest for a second. Real talk. Are you not tired of having a business that you can walk into where the white people aren't shaming you or trying to follow you around the store? You see, if there was black businesses, you wouldn't get followed around the store by white people. But since there's no black businesses, sometimes they follow you around the store. You know why? Because of the black people that look like you and me steal a lot, right? Only 7% of the population, but we in jail 50 to 60% of the time, right? Are you not tired of being the ones to be misrepresented in your eyes in jail? Are you not tired of that? You're not tired of being followed and told to put your backpack at the front of the store? I'm so fucking tired of pulling my goddamn backpack at the front of the store at every fucking store I go to. But you know what? I don't say shit about it. I don't argue it. You know why? Because I know they're tired of niggas like me stealing. I know that they're tired, and I'm tired too. So now this is where we are, Omar. Now everybody's fucking tired except for you, right? You just want to keep this shit going, right, Omar? Everything's fine and dandy, right? I'm just complaining for no reason, right? You didn't march with Black Lives Matter, of course, right? You don't think the white man's evil at all, right? You're a well-to-do black person that's just successful in America, perfect to do, right, Omar? You've never complained about the white man before, right? Because if you have, I just want to let you know that you're not complaining about the white man. You're complaining about yourself, right? That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of trying to get it through y'all's minds that it's not the white man. It's always us. It's always been us. Irrespective of what white person is watching right now and how much they hate, dislike me, or love me, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I'm a black man. And my community of other black people are the very least of all that should be the very top. And the very top of all, we should be the very least. And I'm tired of it, Omar. Okay? I'm tired of it, bro. Let's move on with this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're enjoying your day today. Is this racist, being white? A lot of black people would watch this clip and they would say, oh my God, she's racist because she loves being white. Is there anything wrong with loving being white? We're going to spin this from the very top. As we spin this from the very top, get your popcorn. We're going to have an audio break for a second. We're spinning this from the very top. If you've been here since the very beginning, then don't worry. You'll still be able to get some good intro, some good introspective out of this. Make sure, guys, we support the channel if you support my works. I appreciate you so much. Everybody that's been here, thank you so much for supporting. Huge shout outs to Ja, and we have a couple of other people that are members. If you're a channel member, then thank you. Enjoy your content behind the paywall. Let's keep this going, ladies and gentlemen. A wonderful day on this God's green and blue earth, spinning in the middle of nowhere, just a vast, empty consciousness of space.
You have to be white to be in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to live stream from your break. It's an honor to have you on here today, and I want to give a huge shout out to all my brothers in the building. Shout out to the black brothers that are thinking on one mind. Shout out to all my black brothers that have the true MLK, Malcolm X mindset, that realize that we do have greatness and that there's nobody holding us back from ourselves. I want to welcome you all onto this platform. I respect and I love you all races.
This generation coming up, you guys, the jig is.
I want to kind of formally, before I let Sam Hyde kind of speak into this a little bit again, I want to give a huge shout out to all my black brothers that are in the building that are operating on the new Black World Order. If you're interested in taking part of organizations and societies just like white males have, then give me an email at thehonesttruthYT@gmail.com, where we can start to organize collectively and start to be respected and approach white men, Asian men, Hispanic men on levels that they can respect us on. So we can start to change the way that we're seen in the public eye, the public image. So we can start to collectively put the very best and the brightest of us together in a collective organization to start to actually dominate certain industries, certain economic, certain environments. All of that can happen. This is a multi-generational thing we're starting on this channel. If you want to take part of it, give me an email, because your sons, your daughters, your daughters' daughters are going to be the ones to reap the benefits. You and I won't see the benefits of the things we're starting now, but this is how white people operate. This is how Asian people operate with the 500 dynasty year plan, where they all invest money into a bank account. At the end of the year, they give that bank account to one Asian family and they open up a nail salon in the hood, and then they rinse, wash, and repeat with that money from the Asian salon bank account's profits, and the families reinvesting and putting money into another account, and they open up another business. We need to be on that type of time. Only then will white people truly respect us and want us around them. But until then, we're just nothing but leeches. But I appreciate y'all being here, and I'm glad to see that we got some brothers in the building that are actually on the New World Order. I'm here with y'all. Let's continue this on. We're gonna get to Sam Hyde talking about the white rise and the new white pride, if you will. Unless we begin to recover as a people and as a nationality, unless we begin to recover as a people, as a nationality, and as an ethnicity. This is what white people are doing now. Black people are still sleeping. A sense of who we are. Haunting message for you right there, ladies and gentlemen.
This generation coming up, you guys, the jig is up. The whole thing that they use to
make sure we're liking the video, y'all. Make sure we're liking the video. Checking the description links.
This racial guilt stuff, like you owe somebody something for being white. That's over and done with. Nobody serious believes that anymore. And anybody that tells you anything like that is
So I love my people too. I'm tired of seeing us not shit. I'm tired of being associated with the stupidest, the most low earning, the most low income. No, I'm tired of that. Know thyself. Hey, shout out to Ja for the $5 super chat. Ja coming through again with the support. Shout out to Ja. Ja, as soon as I get that equipment, I'm spamming them emojis for you, bro. Spamming the bombs. Ja thunder. $5 super chat in the building. Appreciate your support, brother. Know thyself, gentlemen. Know thyself. Know what you're capable of. Know who you are. There's no reason why we should be this far behind. There's no reason why we should be this far behind. We've been freed for far too long, y'all. Far too long. Our ancestors did far more than we did with far less than we had. They had far better communities with far more restrictions. There's no excuses, y'all. I'm not going for it.
Trying to get money out of you. They're trying to get their hand up your ass. The idea that the founders of this country, the people who built this country, built it because they wanted some Arab guy to have a vinyl rap shop. Fuck all that.
These are soldiers. Whoa. Engineer and doctor. Hello.
Hello.
Where are you from? You speak English?
What is this?
This is a camera, my friend.
Camera.
Have you ever seen one?
What do you want? What do you want?
We're filming the streets.
The streets.
Yes. Barum.
Someone says stop buying luxury trash, thinking that, well, here's the thing, Jim. But this is there's a video I watched a long time ago. I didn't share it at the time because I knew that YouTube wasn't on that wave. But now that Trump has gotten into office, it seems like speech has gotten a lot more lax. I'm not going to lie to you. So this is what's happened, especially on YouTube. This video I was watching explained the Negroid. Let me see if I can find this for you really quickly. Let me just see. 1 second, guys. Let's see if we can find this video. Black Negroid goods sales. We'll take a little deviation for a second. We got 45 likes. It's terrible. How to sell to the Negro.
Yes, this is the market we're talking about, the new Negro family. Their name is Wells or Wilson, Smith or Brown or Alexander or Breen. They live in Chicago, in Atlanta.
My last name is Wilson, by the way. Okay, I haven't even seen this video before, right? I've never seen this.
Or New York, in Detroit.
This isn't the video I was talking about.
St. Louis, Los Angeles, any one of 1,000 cities and towns. All over the country, families such as this are enjoying new prosperity. They have new interests, new standards of living, a buying power they've never enjoyed before. They're good prospects for practically all types of goods and services. All too often, though, they're overlooked prospects. Why? Because of some good, valid reason? No. They're overlooked because of mistaken ideas, because of out-of-date ideas about how the Negro lives and how he buys. The truth of the matter is that the Negro lives pretty much the same as other folks.
So this is not the video I was watching, but this isn't true at all. And let's paint this into modern day age, right? What happened? What happened? Again, I say this, right? When white people, this is 1954. When white people had their foot on black people's necks, black people were doing better. I don't know what to tell you people. I don't know what to say to y'all. When white police officers were walking around with billy batons and they were clubbing niggas upside the head, niggas were having whole families looking like they were straight white. Fast forward 20 years later, you can't even recognize what this video is. Racism was almost dead. What happened? Now, this isn't the video I was looking for, but I'll explain the video that I was talking about. In the video that I was talking about, it pretty much said that the black Negro loves white goods because it makes him feel better about himself. Let me try it one more time to find it. Let's see.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that.
This is the video.
People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand.
God damn!
By name. They're quick to turn down off-brand. You see, for a long time...
They're quick to turn down off-brands. This is why you don't have black businesses. Because you black person, you my nigga, do not have a brand. You're not Louis, you're not Gucci, you're not Prada, you're not whatever. Niggas don't want your shit. Niggas do not buy black. And when you do buy black, you're offering a less product, a more inferior product. And this is just a reality. If we could compete with Gucci and make the same quality stuff, I would have so many different arguments. But the reality is, in most cases, we can't. So all this BLM and BLM and BLM, no. If BLM mattered that much, we would try and figure out a way to make us better. We don't. This is huge.
Sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands. The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed. Sold a lot of shoddy, second. They're quick to turn down off-brands. You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So
for a long time, the Negro has lived in a shoddy, hood environment. So now when they finally get money, guess what they're doing? When y'all get money, y'all go and move with the same racist white people that you claim have been horrifically removing your rights to modern day, right? With the same racist, evil white people that you claim are trying to kill you right now. But those are the same police officers that you'll be calling, or won't be calling rather, you know, that you pretty much will only see cruising around the streets because now you live in a white community and there's no threats, right? So the concept that black people have always desired whiteness has always been constant throughout history. Even back in the 1600s and 1700s, when white people landed in Africa, they were worshipped as gods. This is how the slave trade was even able to manifest to begin with. When white people were landed, a lot of black people and Africans were like, oh my God, like this is amazing. What the fuck is this? They thought that they probably thought the wooden boat was a goddamn demon. They probably thought that the wooden boat was like a fucking gift from the heavens, literally. I mean, they hadn't built nothing like that before. So when these white people land and they got gunpowder, they got all this stuff, they were like, man, these niggas are the shit. They got gunpowder, they got chicken, they got goddamn fucking quilt, they got silk, they got salt. These niggas are the shit. We've always loved what white people have been able to bring to the world. Always. So when it comes down to this video, how do you sell to a Negro? Well, just recognize that you're selling the brand and that we make the brands. The Negro is going to want to buy the brand because we make the most popular thing. They're tired of having to deal with their people and buying shitty ass brands. That's how you sell to them. You simply operate in your natural manner, in your natural brand, and your natural code. You see, when white people build cities, they got building codes. There's no building codes in Africa, right? When you build businesses, there has to be a certain space in between there. And when you build a neighborhood, the streets have to be a certain length, and the pipes have to be a certain code, and the gas has to be a certain. Everything's got to be fit to code, because white people operate to code. They are on code. We've taken that as black people say, oh, black people, you need to stay on code. No, black people don't operate on code. White people operate on code, by the book, another saying we call it. We do things by the book, right? That means that there are no shortcuts. They're never going to shortcut themselves or anything. They're going to do it, and they're not going to take the short way around. That's how they're able to build them skyscrapers. That's how they're able to build and discover technologies, because it took a mass amount of people forming the mindset that we don't take shortcuts. We're white and we're the best. We make the best. We build the fastest cars. We build the fastest planes. We get to the moon first. We don't give a fuck if we do steal technology. We don't give a fuck if we do take it from you. We're going to take the technology from you, Booker T. Washington. And yeah, you made over 300 patents. Guess what? We're going to take all that shit and not a goddamn thing you're going to say about it, because we're going to write the books. No, they dominated in every single one of the aspects, spiritually, mentally, physically, and economically. White people dominated. That's what you're upset about, right? That's what we're upset about. So that's how you sell to the Negroid mind. Does it make it right? No. Does it make it wrong? No. It just makes it what it is. It's reality. That's the world you live in.
Mach mir kaputt. Mach schon.
Sherelle says, I've had white people do shoddy work. Sherelle, she says, I've had white people do shoddy work, yada, yada, yada. Sherelle, I'm sure that there's white people that do shoddy work, right? Whenever we speak on these live streams, we're speaking in generalization, Sherelle. We can't speak to every single incident. And so I'm sure that there's other people that have had shoddy work done by white people, right? All I'm saying is that if you were to take 10 white companies and 10 black companies and invite them, which you can't even do that for black, you can't find 10 black plumbers in a city. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not going to happen. We don't have companies like that by and large, unless you're in Atlanta, or unless you're in maybe California, or maybe New York, maybe type of deal. But other than that, you're not going to find 10 black companies. So I can't even prove this point. If you take 5 of them and you have them all do the same job, which is whether it's cleaning a building, whether it's doing tile work and construction, you will find more often than not, you're going to get better results by and large with white companies compared to black. That's just a reality, right? As black people, we need to stop living in this world that we claim doesn't exist, right? No, the world exists, okay? The world 100% exists and reality exists. Statistics exist, right? Just because I'm not in jail doesn't take away from the fact that we commit over 50% of the violent crimes, being less than 7% or 6 or 8% of the population. Just because I'm in jail doesn't change that number. I could be the most pro-black Minister Farrakhan, whatever it might be, trying to argue that, oh, we're in jail because of the economics and this and that. It doesn't, I could be stark against it. It doesn't change the numbers, right? The numbers are what they are.
Break me.
Now, what I can do is I can try to effectively change and keep other people out of jail and start to look at why. Well, maybe why it matters to some extent so we can correct it, right? But to an extent, it doesn't matter, right? What's wrong is wrong and what's bad is bad. That's what I have to say about that.
Lovely engineer.
Right.
You think it was an engineer or?
And this is what I mean, because I don't want y'all to be like, well, you're contradicting yourself. You're contradicting. No, okay, so the why matters, but it doesn't. Here's why it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because when all you're doing is pointing your finger about, well, it's because he robbed her because he didn't have money and whatever. Even if it's a legitimate reason, it doesn't matter. The more important methodology of reasoning as to the why would be, why is there no economic infrastructure where this child is from? Why is there no ability that he had or no program or no job that he had that he could walk into to give him the same economic possibilities as his white counterparts, right? Why is there no program for kids who don't have a single dollar in their pocket to go to a building, fill out a form, and to have some kind of dollar amount that day? I don't care if it's $5 fucking, put in their fucking pockets. Why is there nothing like that for black children? That's why the why doesn't matter. Because you'll point out the issue, but you don't ever solve it. Ever! I've had white people do this bad thing to me too. Cool. Now what are you going to do about it? I haven't. Now what?
It's really sad because you know these are souls. Whoa! I'm fucking crazy.
Your personal anecdotes, mine. My family, my dad hired black people from the church to redo our kitchen. I know I told this story before. The niggas came over and screwed everything up. Messed a lot of stuff up. My dad paid them for half the work, for half the whatever you're supposed to pay. Hired some white people that came in and it was done immediately. I guarantee you, hire Mexicans, you ain't never gonna have no problem. We're just being honest, right? Put 10 Mexican construction companies and 10 black construction companies. Let's just make it fair then. How about that? All right? We'll take the white people out. Put 10 Mexican construction companies and 10 black. Put 10 Mexican restaurants and 10 black restaurants. How about that? Let's just make it a more equal playing field. Minority against minority. Maybe majority is too big of an argument. Have building codes expect 10 Mexican restaurants and have them expect 10 black restaurants. Come back to me. I will bet my YouTube channel that the black restaurants will have worse codes. Worse numbers.
They would have been normal functioning people. Ich habe das Recht, auf der Straße zu filmen.
Damon says that as Hispanic, I agree. I mean, the only people who disagree are, for the most part, black people who have a problem with my message. Most white people agree with me. Most Hispanic people agree. Most other races agree. I'm not going to lie. And thank you, Damon, for being in the chat. If you agree and you support, guys, you can buy the book, The Black White Supremacist, Exposing the Lies About Black History, How We Were Slaves for 500 Years, and why we'll continue to be slaves for the next 500 as the rest of the world prospers around us, why we just can't ever get our shit together, and why all the fathers are gone, why all the niggas are in jail. The book talks about it, as well as personal stories about how I came to have somewhat of a disdain against black people to a certain extent. All the trauma that I had to go through, and the reason why my family made it their sole mission and purpose in life to get the fuck out of the hood. You can read about that in the book. How to purchase the book is by donating $1 or more, whatever you decide to donate to support this channel, on Cash App to $Truth Seekers, TruthSeekers, no E at the end, to TruthSeekers. Hope you're enjoying this live stream. It is a wonderful day in Texas, still 102 degrees on deck. Very hot day. We got the air condition running, and with your support, we're able to keep this live stream running. We are going every single day, ladies and gentlemen, getting the word out there. Glad to have you in support. Across the pond and in the United States, the issues are the same. Mayhem in the streets.
Das Recht auf der Straße zu filmen. Ich film dich nicht.
only watched national news, you would have likely never, ever heard about this violent attack on at least 2 people in downtown.
We're going about through halfway, guys, because I know we had a lot of people join kind of when I was halfway through this. So we're gonna go through halfway of these clips here. I'm not gonna play the entire video that we have here, the 20 minutes or whatever. We're just going halfway, and then we're gonna go to another new level video just so we cover all the content, because people are going in and out of these live streams all day. And so I make sure to spin everything so where everybody can see what we had for this episode, and then we can go on and start kind of like the next portion type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Downtown Cincinnati over the weekend.
Cincinnati.
And a warning, I can't play the video
To
for you
Ohio.
because it's too graphic, and these images are also highly disturbing, but I feel you have a right to know, and national news ain't touching it. And I wonder why. Could it be because the violent mob attacked a white couple, and that just doesn't fit the right victim narrative for national news outlets? Now, when I saw the footage pop up on my X feed, I naturally wanted to do a little more digging, because you do have to be careful about believing everything you see on social media.
Robert in the building, Sam Jones in the building. Good to see y'all. Derwin in the building, Jim in the building,
sort of.
Robert in the building. What's up, everybody? Sherelle in the building.
Video shows large brawl in downtown Cincinnati. No mention of the fact that the victims in the nothing short of cruel brawl were a white couple being violently beaten almost to death by what looks to be a group of black people.
Again, the mainstream media is no longer the news. CNBC, MSNBC, nobody trusts that anymore. If you do a general poll of Americans, do you trust mainstream news? It came out with majority saying, no, we don't. What does that mean? That means that the creators, that the news now is the people. And the people are speaking, ladies and gentlemen, black people, brown people, whatever you want to call us, African Americans, indigenous people, Hebrew Israelites, or whatever it might be, whatever you see yourself as or whatever you know us to be. Right? I'm not even arguing that at this point. I'm simply preaching that the message is being preached now. The children are starting to learn, and they will think differently than the kids that you see of today's day and age. The new Zoomers who are running around and they're kind of getting into black activities and they're kind of gangbanging a little bit and stuff like that, that's about to come to an end in this next generation. If you think I'm joking, wait for it. Wait to see what happens in 50 years. You're going to start to see a sense of white pride. You're going to start to see a sense of American pride, or nationalism, if you will, and you're going to start to see a sense of, if you don't like this country, then we don't like you, and you're not allowed. You can get the F out of here, right? This is because naturally this is what people have to do. A country that's divided cannot prosper, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a household, and think about this, and your wife is constantly fighting with you, constantly telling you that you're not a good leader, your wife is constantly telling you that she doesn't trust you, your wife is constantly berating you, constantly telling you that you're evil, constantly telling you that you don't do well with the kids, and then she tries to take away the children from you, what are you as a man left to do? You have no choice but to split your household. If you don't do it, then she's gonna do it for you. You have no choice but to get yourself together and start building your own self up again, because you lost everything. White people are losing the country, and they know it, and you're spitting in their face as you do it. You're burning their villages down as you do it. You're telling them that they're evil, that they're worthless, that they're jealous of you. White people are jealous of black people. Get the fuck out of here. Don't delude yourself, black people. They're not jealous. They're getting upset and they're getting angry. So when they're looking at you in a certain way on the bus, when they're looking at you in a certain way in public, when they give you that side eye, it's not jealousy. It's fatigue. It's, oh God, I hope I don't have a bad experience here. It's not even racism. It's just, I've seen so much online, because again, mainstream news ain't mainstream news. The mainstream now is the people. And stories like this and podcasters like this are reaching millions of people. This video has millions of views.
I read on in the article, and wouldn't you know it seems race was entirely omitted there too. Here's a poll quote for you. In a near
Damon with the $10 super chat saying I'm on target. Yeah, appreciate that support, brother. I appreciate that support. Damon, drop your email if you can in the chat. I'll take a screenshot and get you over this book, man. Anybody that sends a donation on Cash App or super chat gets the Black White Supremacist copy. I appreciate that. $10 super chat from Damon. White women are getting tired of all this nonsense.
White women. Dear white women, who's perpetuating what? We're just exhausted with it. You can't have our hairstyle. Cultural appropriation. Braids don't belong to you. Sorry. And don't smile at us. When you're walking past us, don't smile at us. I will smile at whoever I want. That's just me. I smile at people.
I've literally seen black people make videos getting upset at white people smiling at them because they thought that it was something racist, or they thought I was something evil or menacing. I kid you not. This is how crazy it is to grow up in a black community. Imagine growing up in an area where you're so far gone that when you start getting to college, because most of the time black people, the only time they experience white life is when they go to college. That's why you see all these black athletes getting white wives. They've never experienced that type of family and community before. They've never gone to a white family's house and seen it operate in such peace and harmony. That's not what they're used to. That's why all these black NFL players and all these black athletes that get millions of dollars love the white man's air, the white man's Kool-Aid, and the white man's chicken, because you know what? It does taste a little bit better. It's nice having peace sometimes. It is. It's nice not to be able to get robbed in your community or worry about stepping on somebody's Jordans and getting shot. It is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's nice when every single time you type in the gate code at your apartment complex, the gate opens. It's nice when your gate codes, when your gates are always closed and they're only accessible to you. It's nice when other people in your apartment complex don't give away the gate code to strangers that don't live in your complex. It is nice. I'm telling you, it's nice. Trust me. This is why they all get white wives. Right? Imagine growing up in the hoods, you finally get money and you're like, oh my God, these people are so nice. These people are so kind. Imagine growing up and this triggers you. This is the reality of a lot of black people.
It's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing. So many white people will say it's not racism, it's culture. What do I mean? Guys, let's be honest here for a second. What do they mean? It's not racist. Listen, white people believe in peace. They don't like turning up all the times. They don't like being loud in public. White people are not loud in public. Black people have no problem being loud in public. That's a cultural difference. That's a cultural difference. When white people see that you're being loud in public, that stirs them the wrong way. That's not how they were raised. That's not what they were used to. So that cultural difference that you have, that it's not a right or wrong thing to be loud in public. It's a difference. That's not how they operate. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You're in America. All the power is from white people. All the dollars are white dollars. That is who runs the world. Pay what is Caesar's to Caesar. If you truly feel the need to turn up, there are certain spots you can turn up. We have nightclubs, certain things like that. To turn up at a 7-Eleven gas station, ladies and gentlemen. This, where's the damn video? Here is not the area to turn up, right? This isn't it. A nail salon is not the area to turn up either. There's a fast food restaurant. Let me just try and find the video for a second. Here it is. This isn't the area, guys. When they see this, they see destruction of their community. They see that they cannot build positively around you. This is what they mean when they say it's a cultural thing. We don't like your culture. It's not that we don't even like you. We just know that you most likely are going to be of a cultured mindset. You're not going to like me because of certain things, and I don't like your culture. It's not that white people don't even like us. They just don't like what we represent. That's mayhem. It's mayhem. It's madness. Anything can happen. People can get hurt. People can just start fighting. It's just too much. It's too chaotic. There's no chaos.
Bullying. And don't smile at us. When you're walking past us, don't smile at us. I will smile at whoever I want.
Thank you
That's
for
just
smiling.
me. I smile at people.
Thank you for smiling,
It's a
beautiful lady.
cultural thing from when I was little. We were taught
God
to
forbid
smile
we
at
stop
people,
smiling at
and that's
people.
okay.
Jesus.
I mean, it's borderline.
She said we were taught to
not
smile
even
at people.
borderline. It's bullying.
I remember the same thing. We were taught manners in class at all my schools. We were taught manners, man.
Just leave us alone. You don't have to tell us what you think about us. We don't care. Just leave us alone.
And what's
it's
crazy
starting to look like you are just obsessed with us.
is you could tell, it looks like, and look at her eyes, you could tell like this is draining to her. It looks like she might have been crying, or maybe she had something happen to her and she decided to make this video. It looked like she probably had something happen, if I'm wagering to bet, a public experience with a black person, or maybe another black woman. She got into an argument and she's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm tired. People don't give a fuck about losing their jobs anymore. People don't care about being fired. People do not care. This economy is getting too far gone to care anymore. People don't care. They're saying, no, we have a bigger issue. And the real reason we have these issues is because of you people. Because we can't have the nice things we used to. Nothing's affordable anymore. We have too many people here. We want all of y'all gone type of deal. White people are getting fatigued, right? When you got white women like this, from a very conservative, very soft-spoken nature, making these types of videos, you know you got an issue. This is what you call a Southern belle, right? This is a Southern belle, very sweet woman. This type of white woman will give you money out of her purse if you ask her. She has no problem doing that. How do I know? I've asked them before and they've given it to me before, right? I'm a very good I can recognize character very well in people. It's one of the skills I have. You'll never have an issue with a woman like this in society, ever have an issue with a woman like this in society. If she's making a video like this to black people, then that's a big sign, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not a pretty look.
No cursing, no foul language, no nothing.
Oh.
Sherelle says, highly doubt that. Maybe Sherelle. I don't know. I'm just willing to bet. You know, I'm just kind of guesstimating. As something would have happened at some point or another to give her a negative, you know, a reason to make that video. If it wasn't that day, maybe another day. But you're not making a video like that, being that type of person, unless you've repeatedly or recently gone through something that was traumatic and you're like, I'm tired of it. I'm fatigued.
Everybody knows you.
Pizza delivery time, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, by the way, guys, this is why pizza places don't deliver to the hood. If you've noticed, check it out. So I was trying to get a pizza one time delivered, right? I lived in Stop 6. I had the app, and like all the apps were like, oh, your delivery, your address doesn't exist or something like that. So I called the fucking pizza place up. I was like, what do you mean the address doesn't exist? I was like, this address exists. This house is 700 years old. It looks like a goddamn plantation house. This address for sure exists. So I called the pizza place up and they're like, oh yeah, we don't deliver to your area. I was like, goddamn. I was like, why not? They were like, because we get robbed too much. I was like, I can't eat, fool. I didn't have a car at the time. And all I could do was go to the store and get some fried burritos, the gas station, and get fried burritos or get pizza. I was like, oh, goddamn, niggas done fucked it up. We can't even get pizza now. This is why. God dang.
One second.
No problem.
Apathy Miller says, I live in Mississippi. Probably 60% black population here, and 99% of the people don't act like the fools you see in this video. Well, again, you know, Apathy, I would say this, right? This is your experience, and I'm sure you're not seeing fights, and I'm not even saying that what you're saying isn't even necessarily true, right? The reality is, though, the statistics say that, you know, we cause a lot of violence, right? We cause a lot of violence disproportionately. So even if you never see a single fight in your life, there's a lot of people in jail right now who've had fights, and you didn't get to witness any of those fights. Now, as far as your particular area and region, right? Unfortunately, the reality is that what you're experiencing is probably the same exact thing that happens at every other portion of the world, right? In that you can live amongst black people, you'll live with black people, but again, most of the businesses that you interact with, most of the infrastructure that you interact with, and the dollar circulation as far as the black dollar circulating for 8 hours versus 24 days or 14 days or 8 days for the Mexican, Asian, and white family, whatever they have, is going to be constant. If you're doing any type of business, it's probably not going to be with black businesses. There's probably not a lot of black businesses in Mississippi. Most likely it's going to be your Walmart, your big brand businesses, and most are going to be white-owned Asian businesses nonetheless. I have a hard time believing, as black as Mississippi is, that they're all like a forming black community. I want us to stop creating the idea that like black people have their own grocery stores and meccas and everything like that, because that's what I'm talking about if I'm not talking about us operating from a complete monkey-like standpoint of being violent and arrogant and whatever it might be. At certain points in the podcast, you'll start to see that I do break down that we don't own shit. We own less than 4% of the businesses. We don't do business with each other. Our educational systems and schools. If you're telling me that the schools in Mississippi are good, I've got a boat to sell you up Schitt's Creek. Mississippi has the lowest education rate, if I'm not mistaken, one of the lowest schooling systems and education rate and highest amount of poverty in the world, or at least in the nation. I'm sorry, not in the world, but in the nation. I'm pretty sure Mississippi does. So Wilt might not be seeing the violence and things of that nature, your education rates, the amount of businesses that people are building, and what's going on inside of the communities probably is still the typical black norm, right? That's just the reality of it. So I'm glad that you don't see the fights and stuff like that, but it's probably just some, you know, typical black shit going on in Mississippi, which is a whole lot of nothing. Let me put it to you this way. Nobody's going to vacation in Mississippi. As sweet as I'm sure y'all are, as kind as I'm sure y'all are, nobody's going to vacation in Mississippi, right? There's not a single white person that would ever want to take a trip to Mississippi, especially not to a black community. So even if y'all are getting along perfectly fine, when it's time for you to go vacation, you're going to the white destinations and you're getting the hell out of Mississippi, okay? You're going to Miami, you're going to New York, you're going to California, you're going to Europe, maybe the Caribbean islands, maybe. There'll be some black people there, right?
You're right. Oh.
Cooking is expensive nowadays. I'm not gonna lie. Like, straight up, I went to the store to go buy, like, I was like, I could cook fettuccine Alfredo. This was like probably a couple years ago. Dude, I spent like $14 for the chicken, the Alfredo sauce, and everything. The Alfredo sauce was like $5. Even if you get the off-brand sauce, it's like $2.50 or $3. Like, bro, I might as well just go to Charlie's Cheesesteaks and go get a cheesesteak meal for $10. And it's cooked all there for me. I don't understand.
Why are you taking a picture of me?
So she's taking pictures of him. I don't know what exactly is going on.
You don't like that? You don't like me taking pictures of me? Well, why would you? Because I want you to stand in front of my door, so. I'm standing in front of his door. Oh, so not? Why are you looking at me? I'm waiting there. What the fuck?
Now, if you watched my last live stream, you saw a video where there was a black man that stopped a white man that stopped a black man driving in the middle of the road, and he said, "What are you doing over here?" And the black man turned up on him. He said, "What the you mean I'm doing over here? Wait, what do you mean I'm doing over here? You racist? I live over here. You racist? Are you racist? I live over here." And the white man simply just looked at him for a second. Hatred and anger in his eyes. He just looked at him and didn't say a word for like about 10 seconds. Just looked at the black dude. I know that white man wanted to kill that black dude right in that moment. Right? I know at least he wanted to just knock him out and shut him up. Just as a man-to-man thing, not even a racial thing. Just like, man, if you don't shut your mouth, I'm gonna shut it for you, nigga. Real talk, brother. You better shut your mouth talking to me like that, because that's how we handle things as men. That's a man thing. Women won't get that. Man understands that if you talk a certain way to another man, you're gonna get punched in the face, possibly, or worse. There's recourses and consequences for actions. But in this video, the white man was like, "Yeah, I just see you driving around the neighborhood and you look, pretty much like I just asking what you're doing." And he said it in a bit of an assertive tone, but just curious, like, "I just wonder what you're doing." And the black man was like, "I ain't gotta tell you what I'm doing. I ain't gotta tell you shit, motherfucker. I ain't gotta tell you nothing." So now the black man's made an enemy of his white neighbor because they live together in the same neighborhood, right? And the white neighbor just got his license plate and just walked back to his house and just said, "Okay. This pizza delivery, let's reverse the roles, is a white guy just trying to do his job now." And now let's flip the roles. The black people are accosting him. "What are you doing in my neighborhood?" The black woman, "What are you doing in my neighborhood?" Obviously, he's delivering a pizza. Obviously, he's working. I don't know if this bitch is out of her mind, or she just got an attitude, or she's just on her period. She's just a dyke on her period, or what?
Oh, you dumb.
But this is what you get when black people are checking you for being in their neighborhoods. There's a good chance you might get shot. White people checking you for being in their neighborhoods means they might call police on you. When black people check you in your neighborhoods, it means they might shoot you in the head. Tell me I'm lying.
He's coming. Oh, so then why are you looking at me?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I would have obliterated this bitch if she was in front of me. She would have gotten everything in the book. She would have started wearing dresses the next if I was the pizza delivery driver.
Oh, come on, man. What's up? Tell me something. She knocked the pizza down, bro.
Now this is a great right. Now let's listen. If she would have done this to most black men, including myself, would have 100% socked her upside. Most people would have socked her upside the head. I'll be honest with you, especially niggas. Niggas will beat on a woman for nothing. But let this happen. Oh, it's a 100% conversion rate. This white man is patient. He's almost flabbergasted. He's never gone through anything like this in his life. He was like, "Dude, do I square up with her? Do I hit her? I was taught not to hit women. They taught me not to beat women. I'm a white man. We don't hit women. Niggas will beat a bitch quick. Niggas will shoot a bitch quick. I know niggas, I've met niggas that when they saw their op in the hood, they shot him and they shot the bitch she was riding with. On my daughter. Niggas that told me I shot him and I popped that bitch. She didn't even have nothing to do with it. She was just in the car with that nigga. On my daughter. This white man's confused. He ain't never dealt with this before. He's trying to deliver a pizza. Next thing he knows, he's got a black gremlin in his face. He's like, what the fuck? Do I fight? Like, what the fuck? I don't think we're supposed to hit women, right?
I ain't hit no girl, man.
He said, you heard that? He said, I ain't hit no girl, man. He's still stuck to his codes. Man, shout out to this man, bruh. Shout out to this man for not really changing this woman, but somebody needs to change this woman's life up. She ended up getting arrested. He called the police on her and she got arrested. But ladies and gentlemen, if this happened to you, you 100% have clear grounds to, if he would have knocked her out unconscious, he is 100%, even if she would have passed away possibly. Since this is on camera, if the courts deemed that she was acting aggressively, which she was, and there was a threat, which when she went, oh, come inside, and she went back inside to grab something inside, any competent lawyer could have had that attempted murder, manslaughter case thrown out. This man's acting on his job when he was accosted and physically berated, and she happened to die. The case is thrown out. Black Lives Matter is going to be marching down the street, though. I know, come in so she could shoot him? That's crazy. But I guarantee you, her mom will be outside. Why he killed my daughter? She was a good girl. She was just trying to get her degree. And then after she got it, oh Lord, no, why, Lord. Ay. Black Lives Matter. The police. The police need to arrest her.
Let's wait for the pizza.
And again, we have nice, peaceful white society. Make society peaceful again. Make society peaceful again. This is what some people believe that MAGA stands for. And, you know, I'll say this. I've stopped my support. Number one, because I don't know what's going on with the files and the island and stuff like that. And Donald Trump took way too many pictures with the man that's no longer in existence. So I stopped supporting Donald Trump for that and for a few other reasons. One of those is I cannot get with, guys, I'm not going to lie. I could not get with the whole, like, I saw videos of people getting wrapped up from the ICE agents and I just couldn't get with it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. It looked like too much like slavery to me and I just can't get with it. There's got to be a better way to do things. And again, there's more people in this country that we have more of an issue with than a lot of the hardworking Mexican immigrants that are coming to this country. That's just a reality. I mean, I just got to be 100% honest about this. A lot of Negroids should be taken out of the country, removed far quicker than a lot of the Mexicans who I saw getting removed. That's just reality. All right. I know we're putting America first, and I know all this other stuff, but if we're looking at what Trump possibly was implicated in, I don't care who you are. If you support what he could be possibly implicated in, I got a problem with you. I'm not going for nobody that's done anything against no children, no nothing, bro. I can't do that. I cannot do that. So I don't care where you stand on the fence for the immigration thing. But one thing we can all agree on as human beings, I hope, as men and as fathers, is that we do not fuck with that shit. Okay? Okay. Let's move on to peaceful societies. Thank you, Robert. I can't get with that, man. Not to mention, I'm gonna say this, and I can't even say too much about this. Trump has been like, I don't know, but there's the people that run the world pretty much run Trump. That's all I can say here. I can't even say much more past that. Once we get our podcast up, and guys, what will happen on this channel is we're going to end up getting a podcast, and there's going to be a podcast after hours. That's going to be on our website, thehonestTruth.tv, which is not functional right now, but it is up. You can explore a little bit if you want to. There's no content, but if you want to mess around and see what the site's going to look like, interact with how our digital cryptocurrency is going to be, you can go check out the site. But there'll be an after hours where we can talk about what's really going on in the world, and I can speak truly unfreely, and all those videos that you see that are not on YouTube, but on Twitter and X, the real like stuff going on. Like I'm talking about, you know, the leader of Germany who no longer exists, who we fought World War II. I'm talking about the people in you know, who are in war right now, who we send a lot of money to, and the Gaza and everything like that. I'm talking about that. If you want to hear about those types of things, we'll get there eventually. With your support and with time, I'll have that podcast studio and we'll be able to have some serious conversations because there's a lot going on. Anyways, MAGA, Make America Peaceful Again, MAPA, if you will, I think we could all, as human beings, kind of agree to. You know, and again, I want to say a huge shout out to all my hardworking Latinos out there because I know a lot of good ones. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm living in my car right now, man, and I had a flat tire yesterday. You know, y'all know about my tire situations. Living in my car right now, I had a flat tire. His air pump, man. How am I supposed to say anything negative to that, man? You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say anything to that. You know, Mexicans help me more than black people will. I mean, what the fuck? What are we talking about here? Bro, if I need something done, I'm probably going to end up hiring a Mexican before I would a black person, bro. What are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? I just can't stand with that, you know? I believe we can put this country first, but a lot of Mexican people, I believe, do put the country first. I don't be seeing Mexican niggas do drive-bys and shit like that. I don't be seeing Mexican niggas en masse taking up gang culture, you know what I'm saying? Especially the people that are getting kicked out. If you're going to be kicking people out, kick out the ones that are like in gangs and stuff like, or I don't know, but kick out the ones that got problems, that are touching children. Kick out the criminals, the people that are doing horrible things. Those are the ones you need to kick out, not hardworking people, bro. I can't go for that. But if that's the case, then it needs to be all people who I don't give a fuck if you are, man. I don't care what race you are. Bro, there's no reason why we should be taking hardworking people out of the country before we take bro, this is why I really have a problem with and this is all I'm gonna say. If he has anything to do with that, then that's just ridiculous that you're taking people out of the country before you're taking criminals and sick fucks like child touchers. We can all agree on that. You know, the leader of Germany, who we all ridicule, and this is all I'm gonna say. The leader of Germany, I'm just gonna say this, bro. There wasn't in German back then in the 40s when World War, there was none of that. If you were any of that, they took you out, bro. There was none of that. There was none of this leftists. Oh, we're easy on punishment, easy on crime. Germany wasn't playing none of that. There wasn't no sort of provocative, disgusting nature in that community at that time. And in certain parts of Europe, there wasn't none of those disgusting brothels and all that different. Those weren't started by that. They went to fight in a war to get that stuff out of their country. Bro, we'll talk about all that shit at a later time because I can't even talk about this on YouTube. Aye, such peace, such peace, such peace. Okay, last story here. The relatives are angry.
17-year-old Trayvon Johnson are angry. The teenager was shot and killed last night by a homeowner who police say was protecting her property.
He was not supposed to die like this. He had a future ahead of him. Trayvon had goals. He was a very funny guy. He was very big on education. He loved going to school.
He didn't do nothing.
Learning. Last night, Miami-Dade police
he was going to be an astronaut.
Dorsey Technical College student
he was going to be
a home
a doctor.
South of 79th Street near I-95.
He was going to be
away from where he lived.
Physicist.
Detectives say the 54-year-old homeowner
but the evil white woman killed him
by her security system. With officers already on their way, she rushed home to check things out, and police say she was armed.
She observed a subject exiting the home through the rear.
According to detectives, there was a confrontation and one shot was fired. Johnson was pronounced dead at the hospital.
Hey, what's wrong with her? She did not have to shoot him. There's no reason that she should have waited until after he walked out the yard to try to shoot him. She called the police already, then why would she shoot him?
So again, we talk about. We'll wrap up the live stream here on this video, ladies and gentlemen. I said this in the earlier portion of the stream. I don't know what exactly they expected, to happen, guys. If you rob somebody's house, there's a chance you could be shot. I wouldn't do a home invasion, my fellow Negroids. It is very dangerous, especially if you're doing it here in the state of Texas, right? It's a bad idea to invade someone else's property. I have no idea why they're so upset that their, friend, brother, son, accomplice got shot and is dead now. This is what happens when you try to ruin and burglarize people's house and take their things. right? Not everybody is going to let you play them. And now we have people that are waking up and they're saying, you know what? We're tired of letting y'all play us. We're tired of black people not going to jail and stealing a whole bunch of stuff out of Walgreens in California and New York. We're tired of you not being able to defend yourself against black people with not having firearm access and certain things in those same blue states. We're tired of police officers not showing up when we do call the police officers. Because guess what? When you call the police officers, like these black women just said, why didn't you just call the police? Yeah, when seconds count, the police are minutes away, guys. When you call an officer, on average, if you're in a metropolis city, it's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, if you're in somewhat of a nicer area and there's not as much crime, they'll get there a lot quicker. But if there's a lot going on, if there's a lot of black people in your area, it's going to take longer for the police to get there. The average response time in Louisiana right now, in this very day and age, I believe is 45 minutes in New Orleans, Louisiana. I believe the police response in New Orleans is 45 minutes. That means if somebody's in your house and you call the police, they will not show up until on average 45 minutes or possibly later. Now, certain crimes they speed up a lot on. Home invasion is one of those things where if there's evidence that somebody's in your house and you're calling, they'll try and prioritize your call. But if you got into a fight and you need an ambulance, if you got robbed and somebody took your car, if you got something and you need something, you're talking about 45 minutes at the very minimum, possibly longer, that you could be waiting for assistance. So what this lady did is she took up matters in her own hand and she ended the threat. She completely neutralized the threat. Right? When seconds count, police are minutes away. The far better thing to do would have been advocating for, I don't know why he did that. I don't know why we didn't teach him that home invasion wasn't the thing. Now let's continue on with this video. Why did he end up stealing? Because there's always a why, right? And the why matters to so many black people. Well, it's because we don't have anything. It's because we're poor. We don't have, there's no food. There's no this, there's no that. What's the reason why in this case?
Say they don't believe Johnson stole anything from the home, but detectives would not confirm that.
You have to understand, you have to look at it from every child's point of view that was raised in the hood. How he gonna get his money to have clothes to go to school?
While the investigation continues.
You have to look at it from the child's perspective in the hood. When somebody's robbing you and carjacking you, white person, you need to look at it from our perspective of us in the hood. But we didn't, how am I supposed to get around to my job if I don't steal your car? How am I supposed to pay my rent if I don't rob you? Right? How is he supposed to have clothes when he's from the hood? He's 17, so I mean, he is a kid, yes. A fair question. If nobody's providing clothes for him, if we're not doing it ourselves as black people, he's going to have to rob the community. Again, the answer and the problem lies with ourselves. Why is there still not a clothing program started for this young man in this young man's honor who's been shot unjustly, according to y'all, so that other kids don't have to do home invasions to rob somebody for their clothes, to rob somebody for their money, so they can feel like they have fresh clothes to go to school and get an education? If the clothes are that important to black people, why are there no black-owned clothing stores in every single hood in America? Black people love dripping themselves out, love getting fresh, love getting fly, but don't own a single clothing store. I'm sure they own a few, right? I know, I've seen a few. But by and large, there's not going to be any support for black clothing brands, right? We want the white clothing brands. We want this. Do y'all have the new Gucci? Do y'all have the new Louis? It's not, do y'all have the new Afro jeans? Do y'all have the new black jeans? Do y'all have the new King some jeans? There's no new black line. There's not a single fucking fashion black line that's made it mainstream. Off-White by Virgil Abloh was one that made it, but the only reason Off-White made it to that level is because Louis Vuitton decided to hire Virgil Abloh. It's because Louis Vuitton decided to say, oh, you know what? I see greatness in you, black man. Virgil Abloh, I think you can revolutionize the shoe game. I think you can revolutionize the fashion industry. And Louis Vuitton scooped him up and made him one of the most successful fashion designers of all time. But guess what? Virgil Abloh was Virgil Abloh before he was Virgil Abloh. How many of y'all niggas was buying Virgil Abloh shit before he had Off-White? How many of y'all niggas gave a fuck about Off-White before it was Louis Vuitton? See, that's the real thing. That's the real marker of black excellence. How many of you care about it before everybody else did, before the white people took recognition of the greatness there? How many of you are going to support me before I'm finally on the radio waves saying all these same messages, living my extravagant, amazing lifestyle? How many contributors will I say, oh, you know, there were a lot of black people that did agree with me. I did have a lot of support. I did have brothers reach out to me and say, hey, man, what do you need? Hey, man, how many microphones do you need? Hey, because you know how I operate? I'd give you a percentage. If you donate some microphones to me, I'll give you 2 to 3% of everything I earn for the rest of my life. If you can help build my studio and build my legacy, I'll give it back to you. And I'm telling you what, whoever you are out there, white, black, Asian, if you invest into me, I will give it back to you as far as equipment goes and stuff like that. If you tell me in the future, man, I sent you a super chat a while ago, I helped you out. Man, when I'm on top, I'll figure out something to give back to you. I'll send you the money back double. Especially if you can show me some kind of proof, I'll give you double, I'll give you triple when I end up coming up, because I appreciate those who supported me. Right? When you're on the bottom in the black community, it's the worst bottom to be at. You have the least support because you have no racial demographics of people that look like you around you immediately that are willing to support you. The only help you can get is to hope that you can get into a white institution when you finally graduate college or high school. The only hope you can get is to hope you can get a white scholarship to take you to a private institution if you're good at sports or if you're uncannily smart in these types of environments. The only hope you can get if you're a child from the hood is to see and notice that some black person has taken a kin or taken revelation or taken sight or vision of how white people live in white culture and decide to operate in the same manner with you and to take you up under their wings and to develop you with years and years of service and to sacrifice for you and sacrifice for their people, just as white people sacrifice. Just as white people go through and they start to recruit and they start to build their communities, just as white people go through and they're saying, hey, you know what, if you're an able-bodied white man, we need you. Only we can save ourselves.
We can put men to task. We can do great things, but we can never do enough in service of our nation. If you believe in the power of our heritage, the strength of our...
The only hope you have is if you run into black people that feel and think the same exact way if you're one of those lost black children in the hood, because you don't have any homes. You don't have fathers, you don't have mothers, you don't have anything. All you have is people that look like you that don't want you to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an Honest Truth live broadcast with truth seekers. I'm going to buy my book, The Black White Supremacist, for $1. Donate on Cash App, guys. I hate that I ask so much, but I really do need your donations. I'm in a very bad situation, but it's not going to be like this forever. I appreciate everybody that's donated. I appreciate everybody that's contributed, commented, liked, shared. Again, as we head out, make sure we double tap our screens. If you're watching this on another type of platform, make sure you just like the video, click that thumbs up. It helps me stay in the algorithm, helps me get into the algorithm, and it helps this message be preached to the masses. So if there is a black kid listening to this right now, just know that I understand what you're going through. There's no hope. There is nowhere for you to work. There's nothing for you to do. There's always harm outside where you go. If you're in that environment right now, understand that there are men online and there are men in real life who are working to one day, hopefully, for your children's children, change that to where they don't have to go through that same level of despair, to wonder where their fucking school clothes are going to come from, to wonder where the fuck they're going to get a meal. Just understand that you're the last of your generation. If everything goes well here, should we succeed and fly to the moon, just like whites have, if we can do this, that you'll be the last generation to experience those types of problems. That black people will start to collectively operate en masse as white people and every other race of people does. No Child Left Behind, a program started by white people, right, for black people essentially. But that's how we'll operate, right? You're the last of your kind, and I'm the last of my kind. I'll say that too. Real is rare, fake is everywhere. Support the real guys, support good black people, and support good people. Get to know your white neighbor, get to know your Asian neighbor, get to know your Mexican neighbor. Personal currency is very important. When you don't have a single dollar in your pocket, how other races view and see you matters, because you will need them. If you have the least respected, least earning, least giving, least selfish, least unselfish, most selfish race, and you are part of that, you probably have the least amount of resources and pull to build from that race. I would implore you to start looking, dating, building businesses outside of your race, right? These types of actions need to happen if you want to ensure that you survive and your family survives, right? There needs to be a growing concerted effort to culturize ourselves with other people and other races that do everything better than we do, because every other race does do everything just about better than we do, other than dribbling a basketball, catching a football, that is, and rapping. I'll say that, and singing in a lot of cases, right? But Celine Dion's an amazing singer, one of the best of all time, so I can't even give us that anymore. So it's Whitney Houston and Celine Dion, mano y mano, in my opinion. I'm sorry, that's just where I'm at. Okay, I love you all. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. The Cash App to donate again is Truth Seekers, TruthSeekers. No E at the end. TruthSeekers. That's TruthSeekers. All contributions are going and used in a responsible manner and go towards building up the success of this podcast. Been a wonderful day here. Again, on your way out, I want to implore you to enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Try to do something new today. Try to go out and talk to somebody new. Have a new experience. Do something fun. Change things up. Get some inspiration, if you will. Switch it up. Switch it around. It's a big world outside, and it's waiting for the taking. All right? If you have to leave the country, then leave the country. It's a big world outside, and it's for the taking. The only thing holding you back is you. What's my email? My email is thehonesttruthYT@gmail.com, and I actively am, guys, we got cryptocurrency we just got done developing. It's on the market right now. You know, And I do have proposals for, for people who do want to invest into the platform. If you do legitimately want to buy laptops and, computers and microphones and stuff like that, we have no problem, keeping the YouTube reports open as far as the earnings go. We'll submit you a report every week of our views, how much we're earning that week and everything like that. Full transparency. We'll draw up contracts and we'll negotiate what your rate is of the earnings of the channel for the entire existence or a certain time period. And make no mistake about it, we're doing numbers right now. We just passed 325,000 views for the month. We're heading towards 500,000 views per month. These with the live streams, we're going to be heading towards 1 million views per month in the next week. I kid you not. Like, that's what the numbers are. As soon as I end this live, just look at what the live views are. It's going to be probably past 10,000. Yesterday it was 9,000. We got 9,500 views on the live stream. If you have a business, I have no problem with putting your link at the very top of this live stream for the entire live stream. I have no problem doing that. You could get you'll get millions of views, 100%. We'll just put your website right at the very top. Nobody has to even ask about it. They're going to see the website, and I guarantee you a few people out of 9,000 are going to click. I guarantee we'll have at least a 1% click rate. A 1% click rate out of 9,000 is 90 people. You know what I mean? Or is it 900? I think it's not 900. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I'm a nigga. I'm stupid. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna go with 90 people. Right? So 90 people on a link. Maybe 900. I don't know. It's 90. It's 90 for sure. Thank you. 900 is 10%. A 5% conversion rate. Hey, you're looking at what? 2,000. You know what I'm saying? 2,000 clicks to a website, and that's every single stream for ever. This is only the beginning. So if you do have a business, an actual proposal, and you want to know how you can get and become a part of it, we have no problem. We'll take sponsors. We'll take just about anything you got. So The Honest Truth YT@gmail.com. The Honest Truth YT@gmail.com. THEHONESTTRUTH@gmail.com. This has been a Truth Seekers Live production. Truth out, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your day. Watch yourself. I love you. I know you love me. 51.